Unconsistently consistent.
Hello, and welcome back to Inconsistently Consistent, the podcast where we're just trying to figure our shit out. I'm Melanie.
I'm Rachel. I cannot figure my shit out for the life of me.
I've never had my shit figured out.
No. We have never had our shit figured out for the longest time.
No. But that's okay. That's why you make a podcast, to figure your shit out. Publicly.
Exactly. And we subject you guys to us figuring our shit out because you listen to us.
You chose this.
You chose this. You listen.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And today we have a long-awaited episode. Long-awaited by myself and Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly. I don't know if we've mentioned it. Probably. I can't remember. But it's Introvert versus Extrovert. Because we're on two sides of this line.
We are indeed on two sides of this line.
There is a fence, and neither of us will sit atop it. We are on either side, pointing at each other going, what the actual fuck are you doing over there?
Exactly. I'm over at my side like, come over and meet some people. And you're like, no.
I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? I know people. That's enough. I know like at least two people. Two people too many. I'm kidding. It's only one person too many. So I guess we should come out and say that I'm the extrovert, obviously.
Obviously.
It's so obvious.
Talking to people.
I
love
socializing,
going out in public. You talk to strangers.
I don't like this joke anymore. It's making me sick.
You order your own food and you don't worry about the menu being changed and them running out of chicken fingers.
Okay, this is feeling very targeted.
You make your own phone calls.
I have an assistant.
Pick up the phone when someone calls
I legitimately pay somebody else to make phone calls for me. That's what an assistant does.
Is that what they do? I don't have one of those.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So, okay, I'll come out with it. This is hard to admit. I'm an introvert.
Hi, Melanie, the introvert.
I was thinking that you should do that. Oh, yeah. So I'm the introvert. I don't like people. I don't like talking to humans. I prefer to just talk into the ether and see if anything talks back, but hope it doesn't. But I also don't believe it will, so that's fine. Mm-hmm. What about you?
I am the extrovert, so I do talk to strangers. I actually talked to a stranger recently when I was in a Starbucks.
And you're still alive?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I know you don't get it. I do a lot of things by myself. I travel alone. I go to concerts alone. I will talk to random people in corn mazes. I actually talked to a random actor at a corn maze I went to last year, and he just kind of was like, oh, how's it going? I literally turned around like, oh, pretty good. How's it going with you?
And I still don't understand how you're still alive.
My friends were like, we need to go. We need to go. And I was just talking to this actor, like, YOLO.
How was he dressed? Like, what kind of costume?
He had like overalls on, face painting. He wasn't Mikey. Don't worry. If he was Michael Myers, I would have never left. No, but he
Some
had
people would have been like, I would have never talked to him. You're like, I would have never left.
I would have never left.
I'd still be there.
I'd still be in the corn maze and we'd be making beautiful spooky babies. Anyways.
We'd have to podcast from the middle of the corn maze.
Exactly. You would hear the rustling of the corn around.
The corn.
The corn. I have to, every time something with corn comes up, I have to say corn.
And why? Is this one of those TikToks I don't get?
It is, yeah. It's corn. Big lump of knobs. It's got the juice. It's got the juice. Can't imagine a more beautiful thing. There's a kid that really loves corn. But yes, so we have a bunch of horror scenarios, and we're going to answer them as an introvert and an extrovert as to what we would do in those scenarios. And Melanie's going to probably ask multiple times by the end of this episode, how are you not dead? So here's a fun game. If you're of age, take a shot every time she asks me that.
Also, not just in real life, but in these scenarios, we want to know if we would survive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is an introvert better at surviving a horror movie scenario, or is an extrovert?
We gonna find out.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. So we want to go with the classic setups from horror movies, ones that you've probably heard before, but you probably haven't heard them like this.
Setting the ambiance.
Quite ambiance,
Isn't it?
Shit, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Ambient. Ambiance?
Ambiance.
All the single killers.
All the single killers. Horror movie scenarios. Introvert versus extrovert. Who will survive? Who will be schmurdered? Let's go.
Okay. I feel like we should start with one like that small, creepy town.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Gotta love it. You know, it's probably set in like middle America. It's like middle America, really like probably like 200, 300 people max. And you just arrived there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're creeped the fuck out. How do they get there, Rachel?
So you get there because you're driving somewhere. You have your group of friends, your boyfriend, you have one of your single friends, and two friends who cannot keep their hands off each other for the life of them. Please do not have sex in my car. And you're trying to find somewhere, so you have a map, but of course your boyfriend, because he's a man, doesn't know how to read a map and doesn't want to ask for directions. So you pull off.
So he's holding it upside down.
He's holding it upside down. So you pull off into the town to like get some gas, get some snacks, and you gonna ask somebody for directions on how to get to where you're going.
So here's the thing. Are you and I there at the same time? Or we both run these scenarios by ourselves?
Let's say we run them by ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are we the driver of the car?
Yes, we're the driver.
Okay. I keep fucking driving. I'm not stopping. I'm not asking anyone for directions. As far as I know, this is set in 2023. I have Google Maps. And I have a phone that's well charged. I am prepared. I am always prepared. I have a phone charger on me at any given time. And if they don't like it, they can get out of my fucking car. I'll leave them at that fucking gas station. And if that doesn't work, I have a glove box knife.
She does.
I do. I don't know. Have I shown you this?
You have, yeah. When we went
Yes.
ghost hunting, you showed me the glove box knife.
Not in a creepy way.
No.
Not in like if something happens, this knife is going somewhere. And you, Rachel. So is this illegal? that I keep driving?
No.
Will I run out of gas? What happens?
No, you won't run out of gas. You'll be able to make it to a bigger town, I'd say. You're not going to completely run out of gas.
I'm not going to run out in the middle of between the small town and the bigger town, like small scary town and big safe town.
No, you're not going to run out.
Yeah. Yeah, so I continue. The people in the car can decide what the fuck they want to do. I might pull over long enough for them to jump out and
Pull
say,
off on the side of the
"Peace.
road so they
This
can
is
pee.
the end of this relationship, Fernando."
Ah, yes, Fernando. We bring him
Yes.
back.
This is before we got married.
Ah, okay, this makes sense.
So he might have survived.
Okay,
Potentially.
okay.
Okay. You're up.
I
Drive on
mean,
into that tail. What's gonna happen?
I'm pulling over honestly because I want to stretch my legs. I
I
want to
know
get a
just know I'm not
snack.
gonna be nice to you like you were to me.
I know,
You could have made that hell to me.
I know.
But I
Just,
will
I'm
make this
waiting.
hell for you.
I'm waiting. Trust me, I'm waiting
Mm-hmm.
to make it hell for you.
The mind
Now,
of a writer, the mouth of an asshole. That's me.
put that on a shirt.
I want that. No.
But yes, I'm pulling over. I want to stretch my legs. I want to ask some people because, like, in this scenario, the phones are dead. We don't have a charger in the car because we took my boyfriend's old, like, 1996 Honda Civic that doesn't have anything to plug your phones in.
Why are you making this worse on yourself?
Because I know you're going to make it worse for me anyway, so I might as well just go all in.
Get it started.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted because his car is really reliable, and he didn't want to take the new one in case we did stop somewhere creepy and people decided to steal his brand new 2023 Ford Bronco that he got custom made, you know? So he took his 1996 Honda Civic on this road
Okay.
trip.
Mm-hmm.
Phones are dead. We have a map. He doesn't know how to read the map because he's like, babe, I can read the map. I'm like, no, you can't fucking read the map. So we pull off. I go inside the gas station and I talk to the person behind the counter and ask them if we're heading the right way. I
Okay.
don't know what they're
Person
doing
behind the
outside.
person behind the counter. Let me
Yeah.
just set this up for you.
Okay.
He's wearing overalls. Not
Mhm.
coveralls, overalls.
Mhm.
Only one strap is done.
Mhm.
He has a tank top on.
Mhm.
It's gray but dirty. There's an unknown stain on it.
Mhm.
You look up. He's got a face. Things are going well. he's
Yeah.
got
So
he's got
he
long greasy
has
gray hair.
a face. He
Long
has
greasy gray hair,
eyes.
like chin length, right? He looks
Mhm.
like it hasn't been washed in a while. He's got a hat on, one of those stupid Von Dutch ones, except
Mhm.
it's not Von Dutch. It's actually the
John
stuff for the
Deere.
gas station, and it says Joe.
Okay.
Just Joe.
Yeah.
And he
No, I
says,
talked to him, asking if we're on the right track. You know, I don't know what they're doing outside.
he's chewing something, but you can't see what it is.
Okay.
Is it tobacco or his own tongue? No one will know.
I mean, I just go in, talk to him, buy some snacks, and then we get ready to go.
And he says, "What are you doing there, young lady?"
Just want to make sure we're on the right path to head to wherever we're going, the name of the city, insert name of city here. My boyfriend doesn't know how to read a map, so if you can just mark it on the map and let us know that we're heading in the right direction, we'll be on our way.
A lot of kids come through here. Not many leave.
Okay, well. Why was that Squidward laugh?
No, I was a character. I'm not a voice actor. My one weakness: voice acting.
Listen, if you can't be a voice actor because then you'd be too powerful.
I do need some weaknesses.
Exactly. And voice acting and being afraid of people is one.
I'm not afraid of people. People should be afraid of me.
Okay. Anyways, yes.
Said Joe. No, he wouldn't say that. I know my characters.
Sure you do.
So what happens after you talk to the dude?
I buy my snacks, and then I tell everybody we're on the right track, and we get back in the car and go.
But the car won't start.
Oh, well, then I get the random friend who happens to be a mechanic to look at the car.
The brakes were cut.
Well.
And the ignition, the starter little thingy is pulled out.
Well, then
he
I
says
guess
it looks
we gotta
tampered with.
Guess we gotta stay the night.
Where are you gonna stay?
In the car.
Okay, because there is a motel in town.
No, we're staying.
It's run
in the
by
car.
Joe's brother, Smo.
No, we're staying because even though like I go in and talk, Joe gave me a vibe that there's something off about him. So we staying in the car.
I don't know why he has such a beautiful voice.
Yes, his Squidward laugh really nails it home.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh, so you can't move the car, but Joe says you can't leave it there.
we push the car then.
His brother Flo can pull it for you.
No, we push the car because we are strong, independent. The two ladies that are there, we push the car.
Okay. And where are you gonna push it?
You're gonna just push it off on the side of the road somewhere, I guess.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what happens after dark?
I don't fucking know. I'm asleep.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if you'll survive the night.
We'll find out.
There's a lot of things that come out in this creepy little town at night.
There is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The clowns.
Okay. If that's where you want to take this. Okay. There's a posse of murderous clowns.
Yep. Hillbilly
Wh-
clowns.
Of course, we're in a small town America.
They talk
You
like
expect them to be
this,
big
y'all.
city clowns?
Honk, honk.
Yes, I mean, even their noses that honk have accents.
They do. They go honk, honk.
That is the sound. Apparently, you have voice acting potential.
Apparently, I do.
Mm-hmm. How do you deal with the clowns that have chainsaws?
It's every man for themselves. I'm leaving my friends and running.
Okay, I'll let you get through there. If, and only if, you sacrifice one of them.
Sacrificing all of them.
There we go. Okay.
I'm leaving.
See,
Listen,
extroverts are vicious.
every man for themselves. If you can't keep up and the clowns get you, that's not my problem.
Mm-hmm. And have you been working your cardio? Because you may need to run far. It's like at least 200 miles to the next town.
I have been practicing running marathons, so I'm in tip-top shape.
Okay. I think you'll survive. I think you'll survive till the end of the night and when the sun comes up. And then, as horror movie rules go, it's better now that the day is open.
Exactly. So I'll
It's
find
open?
a nice
The day is open.
day is open.
Okay. The day is open, just like the gas station.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So when the morning comes and you haven't been killed, but let's say all of your friends are dead, you can find them if you like.
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay. So what do you do in the morning?
Well, obviously I try and find a hitchhike to take me into town.
Oh, God, Rachel. It's like you're trying to die. You probably didn't run that far. You probably just hid.
You don't know how far I ran.
But you want to get out. You want to get out of the woods and go back and hitchhike. You want to get in with a creepy guy. What if you meet their other brother? So, I don't know. I can't rhyme anymore.
Mo?
Mo. Somo. That's his name.
All right, so Mo.
It's hyphenated.
Okay. What's the stand for?
Southern Mo. I don't know. Okay. Like, what if you meet one of them? Because the whole family's got to be fucked. Like, not in a good way.
Then we gonna...
I just really want you to think about your choices. Like, I'm not going to make this hitchhiker kill you. Because you survived the night, and I think that's enough. But, like, don't get in the car.
Oh, I'm getting in the car.
You could have gone back to the shop and got your car fixed, and then gotten the fuck out of there yourself.
Why would I go back to the town where they... Why? Okay, here's the thing. Why would I go
daylight
back?
time.
That don't mean anything.
And you were vibing with Joe.
The murderous hillbilly clowns murdered my friends. I'm not going back to see all the blood on the inside of the 1996 Honda Civic that I didn't even like.
Did you at least try to take a weapon? Because the car is still there, and I'm pretty sure there's a jack. No, you didn't take a weapon. You didn't arm yourself. You're lucky I'm letting you live.
I feel so lucky to be alive in this.
Also, why were you not such an asshole to me?
I'm waiting.
You're just like, Oh, you're fine. Go on. Have a
Yeah,
good day.
I'm
You've got
waiting.
all the gas you need. Like, why didn't you make me run out of gas halfway between the two
I'm
towns?
waiting. That's why.
Okay, you're waiting.
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to give us the next setting?
All right, here's the next one for you. Hang on. You're home alone, getting ready to watch a movie,
Mm-hmm.
making some popcorn, and the phone rings.
Mm.
What do you do?
Okay, this is all. Uh, been doing this all like my whole life. If I feel like it, like m- most of the time I don't. Because is it a wait, hold on. I need to ask questions. I need
Hmm.
more details.
Hmm.
Um, is it a house phone or is it a cell phone?
Who has a house phone anymore? Of course, it's your cell phone.
Okay, so it's my cell phone.
Yes.
Is it 2023?
Yes.
Um, I would look at the caller ID. What does it
Okay,
say?
it's a number that looks familiar to you. You're not 100% sure, but it's from your area. Like the area code and everything matches. So it could be someone you know that got a new number.
Okay, so this happened to me like 45 minutes ago, and I sent it to voicemail. If it's not in my phone with the number I know, I'm not fucking answering it. So I let it ring a couple times to make it sound like I'm not trying to send them to voicemail, and then I send it to voicemail because I'm trying
Okay.
to do shit.
Are you checking the voicemail?
I have like 4 voicemails on my phone right now that I haven't checked.
Melanie.
I know where they're from though. Um, and like they can talk to me during work hours. So,
Is it Lexi? Is she leaving you 4 voicemails?
oh my god, I'd answer Lexi. I don't send
Okay.
Lexi to voicemail unless I'm in the middle of something and I text her and be like, I'm so sorry, I have to do this. Same thing. If you call me, I will answer it
Okay.
unless like, I'm busy and have to text you and be like, I can't right now. But you said this is a number I don't recognize. It looks familiar.
You're
It's from
not
my area.
sure. That's the thing. You're not
Yeah.
sure.
So
Yeah.
it's not coming up that it's Lexi. This is her number on my
Hmm.
phone. And if she got a new number, she should fucking text me first and tell me what the fuck she's gonna do. I'm not answering. I because I don't know the number,
Hmm.
but I might know the number, I would probably listen to the voicemail. So I'll give you that.
Okay. So you listen to the voicemail, and it turns out it's somebody calling you about your car's extended warranty.
I delete it
Okay.
and then go back to watch my fucking movie.
And then your phone dings, and you get a text from an unknown number.
I look at the text.
The text says, "Hello?" question mark.
I block it.
Your phone rings again. Now it says no caller ID.
I would love to say I wouldn't answer that,
Mm-hmm.
but I would because I know someone that calls me from no caller ID all the time.
Okay.
Actually, wait, does it say blocked or
No, it says
private
it
or
says
no
no.
caller ID?
It says no caller ID.
Okay, then I think it comes up as that no caller ID. Yeah, I would answer it then.
Okay. And you answer it. You hear. I've got her.
I have this reaction.
And then the phone clicks.
Okay. So, I could I understand what that was on the phone just then? Like what you said?
They said they were laughing and said, "I've got her," and then they hung up.
So I call my dog down
Mm-hmm.
and get him over here because I'm a little creeped out, but not enough to like go get my, my house knife, as opposed to my glove box knife
Mm-hmm.
yet. So I'm just like, weird. I'm gonna change the horror movie I was gonna watch to probably like a romantic comedy or something like funny, or just watch YouTube. Yeah, and gonna go back to about my business.
Are your doors locked?
As soon as I enter my house in the broad fucking daylight, the doors are locked. Like
You sure
multiple
about that?
locks. They are always locked. I'm
Okay.
obsessive.
All right. Okay. You survived the night.
Okay, no more calls?
No more calls, but you do see a news article, a breaking news in the middle of the night. Your phone does go off, but it's one of those emergency alerts
Hmm.
saying that there's a serial killer on the loose that escaped from the mental hospital, and he has killed 3 people already.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my giant ass Duracell flashlight that I keep on my bed. That's also like a baton. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's metal. It would fucking kill someone.
Mm-hmm.
Taking that. Eli's been silent so far, according to you. Haven't said he's barked.
Mm-hmm.
He barks if somebody's in like a half a mile radius. I swear to fucking god, it's annoying. But I let him do that because when I first got him, we were having a lot of break-ins in my area.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all legit.
Mm-hmm.
He does that. Right? Like I have to like look out the window and go like there's a cat crossing the road 500 feet away. Can you shut the fuck up? It's a
Mm-hmm.
cat. It
Mm-hmm.
is not an intruder. So I take that flashlight. Eli's with me. Um, go up the stairs, or no, not even upstairs. I just go down the hall, go grab my knives.
Mm-hmm.
And if I must, I will check all the windows and the doors and make sure they're all locked. Even though I lock everything immediately after using it all the time. It is it's my OCD.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You survived the night.
Okay. But does the evil guy? Huh?
We don't know.
If he came here, he wouldn't.
If he came to your house, he wouldn't.
No.
We don't know if he survives the night, but you survived the night, and that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Extrovert time. Extrovert versus whatever the hell I decide to take this.
Extrovert versus violence.
Okay, so you're home alone,
Mm-hmm.
all by yourself. You're gonna watch a movie, you're gonna have some popcorn, you're gonna have a nice night. What are you gonna watch?
Oh, that's a good question.
Choose wisely.
I'm probably going to watch, because I've been on a real Disney kick lately, probably
Mm-hmm.
gonna watch Hercules or something like that.
Okay. So your phone rings,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess it's a cell phone in 2023 because we decided on a fun setting,
Mm-hmm.
and it says a number from your area that you don't recognize but seems maybe it's familiar.
Mm-hmm.
They call you. Do you answer?
No, because I've had a lot of spam phone calls with numbers from my area,
Mm-hmm.
like in real life. So I'm not picking up the phone. I'm letting it ring and go to voicemail.
Okay. So they leave a voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
Do you answer it? I mean, do you listen to it?
So here's the thing. I go into the voicemail thing, and before it plays, I delete the voicemail so I don't listen to it.
Hmm. You think I'm gonna give you some like ring shit or something, aren't you?
No, this is just literally what I do. If I get a voicemail from a number I don't know, and I don't even listen to it, I just delete the voicemail
Mm-hmm.
immediately. If it's important, they will call back.
Okay. So after you delete the voicemail, what do you do?
I sit down and watch my movie, and I sing along to Hercules.
Hmm. You get a text that says, "Why'd you delete my voicemail?" And
Ooh,
it's properly spelled, uh,
okay.
and punctuated,
Mm-hmm.
just for clarity.
Okay. So I look at the text and I don't answer it because I'm not answering a number I don't know.
Hmm. So you just ignore it.
I just delete the text message and go back to singing them on to Hercules.
Did you just delete or did you block?
No, I just deleted.
Okay. You get another text message. Why do you delete my message?
I delete the message again and go back to singing Hercules.
The phone rings. No caller ID.
I'm not picking it up if it says no caller ID. There's only one person I know who calls me from no caller ID, and she does not call in the evening, so I'm not picking it up.
Okay. So it rings and it goes to voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
Do you listen to the voicemail?
Nope, deleting it.
Before listening? To delete
Before
before listening?
listening, just deleting the
Okay.
voicemail.
You get a text message and said, "Are you too busy for me?" Question mark.
I actually respond and say, you have the wrong number.
I thought we could watch Hercules together. That could have been so good. Damn it. But I thought we could watch Hercules together. Question mark.
That's when I'm gonna get up and go look out my windows and see if there's anybody around.
It's very dark. When you look out your windows, can you see like a street? Do you see street lights? What do you see?
So when I look out my window, I will see some street lights because there's a parking lot behind my building.
Mm-hmm.
There's like trees and stuff. Buildings behind me have lights and everything on, so I can see all that kind of stuff if I look out my main window.
And are you on like a higher floor? Or are you on a ground floor? Higher floor?
Ground floor.
Ground. Oh, okay. Oh. So you look out and you see in the parking lot, everything looks pretty normal, but in the middle of the parking lot, sort of, nothing around like cars or anything. It's in a part where it's a little bit darker. You see what looks to be a person, maybe a man, by the size, right? Pretty tall, wide, but you can't make out any features. It's just kind of like shadowy.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to be facing you or facing directly away from you. You can't tell if it's their front or back, but they're like that front on, kind of like shoulders toward you kind of thing, and they're not moving.
I close my curtain and I just will go back to watching Hercules.
There's a knock at your front door.
Well, how did they get into my apartment building, first of all? Because I'm not buzzing somebody in if I'm not expecting anybody.
I didn't say it was them, first of all, and I didn't say who it was, and also don't question the person. Like you can ask them a question if you want to open the door and chat about it.
No, I'm gonna look through the peephole and see who it is.
You see a man that you think is a man. He's got like a baseball cap on, so you can't see a face. Like straggly kind of hair, not very long, but like dark colored. He's got his hood up. He's wearing like a dark hoodie. He looks pretty tall. His head's down though, so he's not letting you see his face. Blocky kind of shoulders, dark pants. He just, you can't tell his race. You can't tell what he looks like. You can't tell for sure it's a man, but by the size and a little bit of, you could see a bit of body shape. You're assuming it's a man. And he's just standing still there, kind of looking at his feet.
Okay, I'm just gonna not open the door, obviously.
Is your door locked?
Yes.
How many locks?
Like you, I'm obsessive with locking my doors when I get home.
All the locks on your door are locked?
All the locks are locked.
Are your windows locked?
Yes.
He knocks again. Or somebody does. Because I assume you're not looking through the peephole anymore.
No, I'm not looking through the peephole.
The knock happens again, though. It's knock, knock, knock.
It's
not like boom, boom, boom. And it's not like, I'm just a little tiny little taps. It's just like a normal sounding knock. 3 knocks.
Yeah, I'm not answering the door.
He takes his pizza and leaves.
Oh, well. You probably at the wrong apartment number anyways. People get delivered to the wrong house and everything all the time.
Yeah. But he slips a little thing under your door, and it's the pizza, like the pizza place flyer with the bill attached. And he's written a little note saying, nobody was home. I've taken the pizza and I'm eating it myself. Here's your bill.
That's fine.
Yeah. What do you do next?
I cry because I don't have pizza.
And where are you in this place crying?
I'm on my couch just like dramatically flaked out, like, oh, my pizza, woe is me.
Yeah.
But then I remember I didn't order pizza because it's too late at night.
Yeah. Did you look at the bill?
Yes, because I look at the bill and I'm like, I didn't order pizza. Hang on.
It says the name of the person that ordered. It says Jonathan.
Wrong place.
Mm-hmm.
Unless.
But it has your address. Exactly. Like if you're in an apartment, it's a unit number, correct, and everything. But it says the name Jonathan was used to order.
And that's when I call the police and say there's somebody in my house. And I leave. I take my
In your
cat and I
house?
leave. Yeah.
Somebody chases you to the door. They come from your bedroom.
So I said I leave.
Okay. And they're going to continue to chase you out the hall.
Yeah, and I'm
Where are you going?
Smash in their face with the door.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That knocks them over. They're on
And
the ground.
I'm gonna run out and I'm gonna run outside and I'm gonna run down to the main street and scream, "Help! Help!" As I run to the McDonald's that's close to me and get them to call the police and I can hide out in the McDonald's.
Okay. So on the way there, the streets are pretty much empty. It's late at night. It's dark. There's street lights. Jonathan, as we'll call him, here's Johnny, if you will. You did not let me get that in. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I had such a setup. He recovered from being hit in the face with the door.
Mm-hmm.
He may have left a little bit of blood on the door. He chases you, running now, because this is real life and not a horror movie where he must walk at a slow pace. But
you must walk at a menacingly slow pace, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So on the way to this McDonald's, he's chasing you at full speed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look back?
No.
Okay.
Because if I look back, I'm going to trip and fall in the street and get hit by a car.
Yep. Good choice, extrovert. And you're on the way. How do you get to the McDonald's? Do you take any shortcuts, alleys, or do you stay onto the main roads?
I stay on the main road because it's a straight shot.
Mm-hmm. Do you stay in the light or do you go anywhere that's shady?
Oh, I stay in the light.
Mm-hmm. He very nearly catches you before you enter the McDonald's. You get into the McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do in the McDonald's?
I tell the person behind the counter that there's a man following me and he chased me to the McDonald's and I need them to call the police.
Okay, they call the police. They also ask you why you didn't call the police.
And I'm going to look at them and be like, you really think I was going to stop while I was being chased to call the police?
Do you have your phone?
Yes.
The messages are gone.
That bitch, Jonathan.
The police show up. They talk to you. You show them your phone.
Mm-hmm.
The messages are gone. That's when you realize it. There's no records of the calls, the voicemails, nothing.
Well, I bring him back to the apartment and show him where I smacked him with the door in case there's blood.
The door looks fine. Your apartment's locked from the inside. There's no blood.
Oh, Jonathan's home.
Do you want to show them anything else?
I show them the receipt.
Ding, ding, ding. The receipt's there. It says Rachel.
How?
There's no writing on it.
Jonathan's home.
Looks the same as when you saw it, except it says Rachel instead of Jonathan, and there's no writing on it. The police say that you're not allowed to waste their time, that you're lucky they didn't charge you with mischief, and they leave.
I don't care if you charge me with mischief. Charge me with mischief, bitch.
They leave.
Good.
You're in your apartment alone.
Yep.
What do you do?
I'm not sleeping.
Okay, so you're awake in your apartment alone.
Yep.
There's a knock.
I'm not answering the door again.
It's not from the door. The window.
Well, I'm definitely not going to look out the window.
Are you just going to stand in your apartment by yourself?
Yes. With my cat, I'm going to have a knife. One of my kitchen knives. I'm going to stand in the apartment holding my cat and my knife.
The window blasts open, like bursts open, like somebody broke through it. He puts his head in and he goes, "Here's Johnny."
And I stab him through the eye.
Yeah. How good are you with a knife?
I'm pretty good with a knife, actually.
Mm-hmm. He didn't have any fancy ass face coverings or anything to keep himself protected, like a like a hockey mask that had some small holes that really,
or bleached William Shatner,
that's basically like a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
So your knife goes in.
And I hear this as it
Yeah,
goes in the eye.
accurate.
Yeah.
He falls, not to the ground because he's halfway through the window and you're on ground floor. So, like he's half in, half out.
Mm-hmm.
Your knife is stuck in his eye.
Mm-hmm.
He's not moving.
Good.
What do you do?
After he's not moving, I am going to grab something and beat him in the head to make sure he's down for the count.
What do you grab? Where did you go to get it?
I don't know. That's what I was looking around my apartment trying to find what I can grab. You know what? I'm gonna take my guitar because that's the closest thing and beat him over the head with my guitar.
Do you have to turn away from him?
No.
Okay, so your eyes are on him the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay. So right when you grab the guitar, he moves like he's about to get up.
Smash it with the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Smash him with the guitar.
You smash him so many times with the guitar breaks and he stops moving.
Good.
So he's no longer moving. Are you going to check if he's dead?
I'm calling the police before I do anything else.
Where's your phone?
It's on me because I am a millennial and my phone is my lifeline.
Okay, so you call the police. Do you take your eyes off him?
Nope. I'm watching this motherfucker.
Okay. Okay, the police show up.
Mm-hmm.
And have you moved from your spot watching him?
Nope.
Okay, so he's still there. He seems, for all intents and purposes, dead.
Mm-hmm.
The police check him out. They also rule him dead. They rule this a crime scene, and they arrest you.
That's fine.
You may or may not get off with a charge of find it to be self-defense, or they may say, the crazy woman for earlier stabbed a man and tossed him through her window, feet first.
And I will call my lawyer and say, Melanie, come here.
I invented this whole scenario. I'm not helping. Wait, what?
Wait, what? No, I didn't. I didn't do shit. What are you doing?
I didn't do it. Okay, so you survived. You may or may not go to prison.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm. So far, it seems like being an extrovert will cause you more problems. But so far, survival rate is 100% on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think maybe being an introvert makes you more of an asshole and cause more problems for your extrovert friend in their scenarios.
You drive you might drive some friends away, you know. Just saying.
I mean, I'm saying I've never thought of these things before right this second, and definitely haven't acted them out or anything.
Uh-huh.
That's what role play is, right?
Is that what you tell yourself to sleep at night?
You think I sleep at night?
Touche.
So far, check in. How are you? You've survived 2 traumatic situations. You've seen people die.
Honestly, I am 100% talking about this in therapy with my therapist. I'm like, Amanda, girl, you're never going to believe this.
I was attacked by killer clowns. My boyfriend died. My 2 friends that wouldn't stop sucking faces died. I survived. I had to leave them. And then I got chased by some dude named Jonathan.
It was so traumatic, Amanda. Oh my God.
And I totally killed him.
And I totally murdered the fuck out of Jonathan.
I murdered his face.
I murdered him so good.
And Amanda's like, let's set this one, number 3, at an abandoned hospital or abandoned asylum. So from maybe 50, 60 plus years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's been abandoned at least for that long.
Mm-hmm.
Really old, grungy looking place. And our heroine and their crazy group of friends, including their boyfriend, the 2 people that won't stop making out, the nerdy guy, and the bookish, quiet one,
Mm-hmm.
all go to the abandoned asylum.
Mm-hmm.
They think this is going to be super cool. We're going to go there and we're going to fucking ghost hunt bitches.
Mm-hmm. Ghost hunting, bitches.
Yes. So, I guess I'm up first as usual.
I mean, I went. Yeah, you can go
Yeah, I
first.
mean, I've gone first both
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
I'm just gathering ideas from yours to make it hell for you.
Okay, okay.
So, that's the scenario. Group of friends, asylum, abandoned, creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Start me off. How does this start for me?
Okay, so for some reason you guys have decided you want to go explore this.
Mhm.
You don't know why, but you're like, yeah, let's go explore this thing. This sounds like a great time.
That sounded just like me.
I know, right? Um, so you pull up. The gate is
Mhm.
closed. It has the no trespassing sign on it.
Mhm.
Creepy trees. You can tell the building's like run down and stuff. It has like the sign of the mental hospital kind of there, but it's like
Mhm.
run downish.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
So, first little backstory of how I got there.
Mm-hmm.
Um so obviously I wouldn't go here on my own.
No, you
I
got
would
dragged.
not be here. I would not be in a group of friends. Full stop.
Yes,
Not in a mental hospital. I wouldn't be with people.
that's the
Uh,
first issue Melanie has with this. She would not be with people.
they're like, let's go do something. And I'm like, why? I'm busy for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm completely booked.
Yeah.
Um, am I gonna get paid though? Because that might change things.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, you know what? It's gonna be great for the podcast. You know, Rachel, she died in that terrible incident where some stupid guy murdered her by crawling through her window, and you have to continue the podcast.
You have to continue the legacy of the
Yeah.
podcasts in her
So,
memory.
so let's say I'm there for podcast material to
Mm-hmm.
ghost hunt,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's why I'm there.
Yes.
Now it's reasonable because I'm gonna get something out of this.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be bribed to go into a group of friends and
Yes.
go anywhere creepy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm gonna bring everybody else around because cannon fodder. And, you know, other people to hold like flashlights and equipment and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly cannon fodder.
Yes.
I didn't like him anyway. Fernando and I, it's getting old, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He really just doesn't do it for me anymore.
No, he doesn't understand you.
No. He's all like, let's go out. And I'm like, why?
You're like,
I
I
like
don't
my
want
apartment. Like, I like my apartment. And he's
Mhm.
like, but we never go out. And I'm like, I would like you to go out. I will be in my apartment.
to. You're like, I would like you to leave, sir.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Mhm.
Like you to exit.
Mhm.
So we pull up. We're in my car, which is, you know, not very new. You know, it's about 10 years old, but
Mhm.
it's very well taken care of, low mileage, in great condition. Ravi, the Toyota RAV4, is a prime piece of metal,
Mhm.
as they call cars these days.
Obviously.
Yeah, so he's a fucking beast and totally fine. Obviously, everybody gets out. I don't know how we fit that many people in the car. Probably in the trunk. I don't care. And then make sure it's super locked up, and we're gonna go in. And we have all of our supplies. We have ghost hunting supplies. We have flashlights. I have a headlamp.
Mhm.
I have obviously my knife in my pocket.
Mhm.
I also have a walking stick.
Mhm.
You know, and just in case I need to kneecap my boyfriend
Mhm.
or others. I'm kidding, sort of.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
The others part, I'm not kidding about the others.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, Boyfriend abuse, I don't support.
No.
Unless they're fictional. And then, yes, I support that. Okay, so we're good to go. We're outside. Is it day or night?
It's
Middle?
sunset.
Where? Sunset. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, the sun is just starting to come down.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like you hear like a an owl in the distance, you know?
Yeah. So, just like coming out of the scenario for a second, just like little note.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a really hard time not saying, fuck you all, I'm leaving. I don't know how I got here in the first place. So, like, the suspension of disbelief is really hard for me right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm not going to be here. I wouldn't go in here in the daytime, let alone the nighttime. And also, I don't even like these people. I don't know these people. I don't know their names.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know how they got into my vehicle. Somehow I just got magically put here.
You got magically teleported because it's a
Yeah.
Neopleurodon, Charlie, a magical Neopleurodon.
And I just, okay. Because I'm like, don't go in. Obviously, I'm not going in. I would leave. I wouldn't be here. I would never have gotten here.
Yeah.
I'm at home. But no, we're going to do this for the scenario. For the science.
For the science.
For the science. So somehow I ended up here.
Mm-hmm.
For the podcast. And the fact that you're not there. I've tried to make you dead in this scenario. But to be honest, I wouldn't be here unless you were there.
Mm-hmm.
Alive. Forcing me to do this. For the podcast.
Exactly. For the podcast.
Yeah. For the podcast. So are you here?
No, I'm dead, remember?
So you don't exist.
I don't exist.
You don't exist in this scenario. So I'm somehow here and somehow making a strategy, like tactical plan with these people of how we are going to get in and get out in the shortest amount of time because I want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a plan and it's my plan and everybody has to say yes to it or they're not getting back in my car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can go in now.
Okay. But the gate is locked. Remember how you getting in?
Oh, I thought we were inside the gate already.
No, you're outside the gate.
Okay, so we have to break in, I guess, or climb it. Is there enough room to shimmy through?
No.
So I climb Fernando like a fucking tree.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so Fernando becomes a ladder.
Okay.
But not in like a magical way. Just like he gets used.
Yes.
And abused.
Used and abused.
So we all climb over Fernando, who's very large. She's also, you know, sometimes we call him Fernando the Mountain. Because we all climb him. I've lost it. See what happens when you put me in a scenario that an extrovert would do? I just lose all sense. So, okay, so we all climb over. Fernando is obviously able to climb himself. No, wait, that didn't make sense. I mean, climb over himself.
You
not
can climb himself
himself
like a tree.
Well, someone's got to do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It ain't you, so somebody's got to do it.
So, yeah, so we all get over the other side. How many people did I say were in this scenario again? So,
like
me and boyfriend, the sucker facey people, and
the
nerd guy, and, you know, quiet book girl. Yes. So there's 6. Yeah. So there's all 6 of us are over. We all have our gear. And we're together, and we're going to go in to the building. Whatever that front door thing is.
Okay.
We're all also filming. Some people are filming. Some people are doing audio. Some people have equipment. Everybody has flashlights or headlamps.
Okay.
And so we're getting shots of like the sign out front that's all like deteriorated, the door, and we're like narrating ourselves as we go in.
Yes.
So we open the door and go in.
Okay. Are you splitting up?
The age-old question.
Because it's a big building.
No.
Okay.
We're all 6 gonna stay together. Okay. That was one of the things that was talked about in our tactical planning. And I told them all to stop being fucking stupid. If you're going to put me in the middle of a horror movie, you're staying with me.
Okay.
So we're all together and we're all going to move through the building like bit by bit. We know we probably won't get through the whole place, but we have some
Mhm.
like high activity areas that we need to hit that we're going to
Okay.
go to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And which area are you going to first out of your high activity ones?
So we're going to go to like a room, like
Mhm.
some hospital room that was owned by, not owned, but like it was inhabited by in their lifetime a certain patient, and they say
Mhm.
that the patient and a nurse can be seen there sometimes.
Okay.
So that's in an area we're going to. That's our first stop.
Okay.
We've got like EMF readers, we've got a spirit box, we've got like those SLS type of camera things on the
Mhm.
go, or the apps, of course.
Mhm.
Um, we've got like a, what other ghost hunting equipment is there? There's stuff. There's like
Yeah,
a,
you got some stuff.
yeah, we got stuff.
Mhm.
So we've got that stuff, and like some people have like the cameras, some people got like audio only stuff, and then we've got the like everybody's got like a piece of equipment except
Okay.
me, because I'm there to be in charge and I
Mhm.
am going to make everyone else do it.
Okay.
That's my role. I'm
Okay.
the fearless leader. I have a little like name tag that says fearless leader.
Okay.
Fernando made it up and I'm wearing it, but not happy about it.
She's not happy about it. She's like,
Not
guess
happy
I'll
about it.
do this.
I'm like,
Okay.
I will do this because it's your birthday, Fernando, and this is all. This is what you get.
Okay.
I've just made him destined to die now by making it his birthday. By horror movie rules, it's like, oh, it's the last day at work. You're about to retire. It's your birthday. It's your 25th anniversary. Something's happening.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss him.
You hear a bang from behind you guys.
We all turn around, probably. Oh, I should just control myself.
Yeah.
I turn around. We all have our flashlights out, by the way,
Mhm.
or like
Mhm.
headlamps, right? So I have a headlamp.
Mhm.
So I turn around and my hand goes to my pocket.
Mhm.
It doesn't pull anything out yet, but I go to my pocket where my knife is.
Mhm.
Okay. I've turned. What happens?
You tell
Oh,
me.
controller.
You
Oh,
hear a bang.
controller.
You
I
heard a
heard,
bang.
yeah, I heard a bang. We turned around and I have my hand on my knife and I'm looking.
Okay.
What do
You
I
don't see
see?
anything. Anything.
Nothing there.
Nothing there.
No explanation.
Nope.
I'm having a real hard time not just being like, I fucking leave.
I mean, if you want to just fucking leave, you can.
Yeah, I'm really trying to participate in this experiment,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
but it's so against my nature. Ugh.
Somebody says, "Did you hear that?"
Yup. And we should go to the car.
But we just got in here. We can't leave already. We haven't gotten anything.
Uh, fearless leader, read the name tag. We're leaving. Let's go. I hear it's real haunted in my car.
Ill haunted,
It's
guys. Like
real haunted.
spooky.
So we
So are you?
all,
You're
well,
leaving?
I walk back to my car.
Okay.
They can choose to follow.
Okay.
Anything happen? Where do I go?
Depends on if they follow you or not. Because if they don't follow you, they all immediately get murdered.
Well, I'd say there's probably a division in the group. Fernando is pretty passive.
Mm-hmm.
And so he follows me. Sucky facey people, they're probably still sucking face,
They're
just
such
standing
goofy,
there.
let's be honest.
Yeah, they probably don't notice anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then nerdy guy and bookish girl, I'm not sure. What do you think? Do they stay with sucky facey people?
They
Or do
probably
they
stay
come with
with
us?
each other because they secretly like each other, you know.
So maybe sucky facey people veer off
Mhm.
to do because they'll be like, we should split up, but actually
Mhm.
they want to go fuck somewhere.
Yeah.
So they've gone to do that. The bookishy people
Mhm.
are like, we should stay, I guess. Do you want to stay? I don't know. Maybe you want to stay. So they do that, and then Fernando follows me.
Mhm.
Mind you, if any of them stay, they do not have a fucking ride.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because they're all gonna die anyways.
They don't know that yet.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, they die if they don't follow
Okay.
you.
Look, I can't control what other people do,
Yeah, I know you can't control, but they
except
die.
Fernando, okay?
Yes.
Because I need
Mhm.
him to get over the gate.
Yes.
I don't want to
You
climb
can't.
that
You
myself.
can't get over the gate.
I could if I was really motivated.
Mhm.
But
That's
let's be
if
honest,
you were
we
motivated.
we know me. And am
Yeah.
I going to find a way to do things the easy way, the most efficient way, the ways that I don't have to put in a whole lot of effort? Or am I going to go say, you know what I need to do? Put in a lot of effort and do things the hardest way possible.
Mhm.
One of these sounds more like me.
It does.
hmm So I drag Fernando out of there, probably
Mhm.
by the collar of
Mhm.
his shirt that he has also put a name tag on.
Mhm.
Because fearless leader's sidekick.
Yes.
Yeah. And, it's more like fearless leader's side bitch. But,
Exactly.
you know, I bring him out, obviously. He follows me. He's only slightly resisting.
Mhm.
Um, we go to the door to exit. We exit the door.
Mhm.
We walk to the gate.
Mhm.
I climb Fernando.
I'm Fernando.
We get over the gate.
Mhm.
We get in the car.
Mhm.
We say bye, bitches. Okay, well, I say bye, bitches. And Fernando's like, we should probably stay and let them be like, I'll call them a fucking Uber.
Mhm.
Because this is obviously in somewhere in America.
Yeah.
Um, and then I drive away in my reliable car.
Okay. And like I said, everybody dies that left in the house.
But like, it's an asylum.
Yeah.
But
You know what I mean? They
yeah.
die.
Oh, controller of things. You don't remember where we are. um, but how do they die?
So
She says
basically,
morbidly.
this abandoned asylum or this abandoned mental hospital, I'm trying to use the correct terms, is not a breeding ground, a hotspot for cult activities.
Ooh.
And they did a lot of demonic stuff, played with all the dark magic and everything. So they saw your car pull up and they needed, how many people stayed behind? 4?
4.
They needed 4 people for their sacrifice. And lo and
Mm-hmm.
behold, 4 people for the
Mm-hmm.
sacrifice. Thank you for the
And they
sacrifice.
had the jock, the horny girl, the bookish nerd,
Mm-hmm.
and like the bookish virgin girl, and then
Yeah,
the nerdy guy.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
they had
they
their tropes.
they
It's like
basically,
I did that on purpose.
it is like you did it on purpose. Oh my god, no way. Yeah.
Mhm.
So they
And then I
basically
took my ladder and left.
took your ladder and left. So basically, what happens is they get hit over the head to knock them unconscious. They're dragged down to the basement of the mental hospital,
Mm.
and then they get, they're still alive, obviously,
Mm.
and they all get to one by one watch their friends get their throats slit and bleed out onto this pentagram.
Mm. And so these are living cultists?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not like they're dead or demonic or anything right
No,
now.
these are
They're
like
just
alive
sacrificing.
people that are
Mm.
sacrificing them. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm. Do they live there?
No, they kind of live in the area. They don't live in the mental hospital, except the leader. The
Mm.
leader does because he's really fucking weird. Like he's
Mm.
like, like thinks he's the next coming of the devil and all that nonsense that comes with being a cult leader.
Yeah. So
And
I feel like he was in the right because we invaded his home.
okay, this is not up for debate.
Not saying it's right, but it would make a good movie.
Yeah, that's kind of basically what happens.
Okay. I survived,
You survived.
despite
Okay.
going against everything that
Mhm.
my introvert nature says
Yeah.
and going in the first place.
Yeah, you survived.
So I feel like what I learned from this is that I can take more risks.
You can.
I really put myself out there.
Mm-hmm. I think you should take some more risk. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a good move for you, Melanie.
Yeah, and it really will only negatively affect the people around me and not myself.
Exactly. You survive again. Somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how, but you do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your turn. So, same cast.
Mm-hmm.
You can recast Fernando, though, for a different male. A different male lead.
Different male lead. All right.
The rest of the tropes are there.
Fernando is gonna be replaced by Dude.
So you want him to die. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sort of.
She's kidding. Kind of. Maybe.
For legal reasons, I'm kidding.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so you have the 6 of you.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be at this asylum. Same asylum.
Mm-hmm.
Same rules for now. We'll see what I decide.
Okay.
But same setup. What kind of vehicle are you in?
We're in the cool jock guys, like mom's
Minivan.
Buick SUV.
Oh, I thought it was a minivan.
Nah.
Jock Guy's mom is hard to figure out.
I
You
know,
think she's
right?
gonna go one way and then the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you pull up in that SUV,
Mm-hmm.
sedan, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
You're outside the gate.
Mm-hmm.
You see the no trespassing, private property type of signs.
Mm-hmm.
Everything looks really creepy. It's very close to sunset. The place looks like it was probably a thing in the 1800s,
Mm-hmm.
and it is not standing up well.
Mm-hmm.
But like it hasn't been condemned. But you kind of think it should be by the look of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So who's driving? Jock dude?
Jock Dude, of course, because it's
Okay.
his mom's
Mhm.
car, and his mommy won't let anybody else touch it.
Mm-hmm. What about sobriety, intoxicated? Where are you guys?
So I'm sober.
Mm-hmm.
Horny people are not sober. They've been like smoking weed and drinking in the back seat. Cool dudes who drove, he's also been drinking.
Mm.
You know, so he's been
So
drinking.
you don't
driving.
make it there and you have a car accident. You all die.
Okay.
No. No, it's too easy. No. No,
He's
you
not
get
like,
there.
He's not like drinking, but he'll take a drink out of the drink if they hand it to him. Like he's not gonna say no to a beer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. So he's just, doing things illegal, but he's still under the legal limit.
Yes.
And you are watching this happen and willingly got in the vehicle with him.
Mm-hmm. I did.
God, extroverts are so reckless.
Just this extrovert.
Okay, Jesus, Rachel. For legal
No,
reasons.
I didn't know he was going to be drinking when I got in the car. They didn't start drinking till we were like halfway to the asylum.
Okay.
So I couldn't really be like, "Yo, pull over and let me walk back to my house." Like, come on.
Yeah, because an introvert would definitely not do that.
No, definitely not.
An introvert named Melanie definitely wouldn't tell everybody to fuck off, make them pull over, and then walk herself back.
Mm-hmm.
Or probably actually kick all of them out of the car and commandeer it myself and go back.
Probably, yeah.
Like, y'all walk.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So you drive there, you get there fine.
Mm-hmm.
Jock dude doesn't seem that drunk. Like, he's definitely got a little buzz, but he's legally still under the limit.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to the, like, outside of the gate safely.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you get there?
Well, guy who's plastered, and I mean he's absolutely plastered at this point, decides that he's going to try and break the locks with his hands.
Yeah. And what trope is plastered dude?
He's like one of the horny people.
Okay.
He's like, "Oh, I can break this with my hand, guys. I'm so Watch me.
Okay. So he hits it and hits it and hits it, and he bashes his hand up. The lock is still intact, but now bloody, and this guy has his knuckles cut open and definitely has broken at least one finger.
Yeah, he doesn't feel the broken finger though, because
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's just blitzed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, does anyone try to stop him from bashing this lock with his bare
A
hands?
nerd virgin girl tries to say something, but the jock tells her to shut up, nerd.
Mm.
So
he keeps doing it, and eventually, boyfriend dude, comes over and goes like, "Dude, it's not working. Like, you gotta stop. You're hurting yourself." And
he's gonna
jock dude like acts like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do that," kind of shit, but like posturing, but does stop, even though his hand is a mangled fucking mess. And bleeding, it's not heavy, but there's a bit, like, he's gonna leave a mess if he touches anything with that hand, right? And he's kind of cradling it, like, with his other hand, like, kind of like, yeah.
Now he's like, oh man.
But he's also like trying to show off for, like, the girl he's sucking face with and stuff all evening. And in the last scenario as well, he's back from the dead somehow. He's still trying to be like, "Oh, it doesn't even hurt. What are you talking about?" Right? But he's like kind of cradling it.
It doesn't hurt. He's like, it totally doesn't hurt, babe. Like, it's fine.
Doesn't
She's
hurt.
like,
What,
and she's like, you're so strong, and they're just like, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah. So after, like, he's been stopped from doing that, he's kind of like flirting with a horny girl, and they're not really paying attention. You and boyfriend dude and nerdy guy and bookish girl are kind of like looking at makeout people, but like then gonna have a conversation about what to do, how to get in.
Honestly, depending on, at this point, I'm gonna be like, let's just leave. I don't want to go in there anymore. Seeing him beat his hand up, I don't want to do this.
So boyfriend dude is like, but we've been planning for this. We've done so much research. This is our shot, our one opportunity. Mom's spaghetti.
I knew you were gonna go there.
Yeah. As soon as I said shot, I was like, I have to go for it. So we're gonna do this. Like, we have to do this. We've been planning. Rachel, you've been researching this for weeks. This is gonna be the biggest episode now that Melanie has died. But only just like emotionally, and she's checked out.
Emotionally dead, yeah.
Yeah, like physically she's fine, but emotionally she's been dead for years. And she wants you to just investigate the shit out of this haunted location because it will make her feel like you understand her better, as she feels like a ghost herself. Rachel, what do you say?
I'd look at him and be like, then you go in there.
But babe,
Melanie,
I'm going to with you. We're all gonna go together.
Going in. Melanie is dead to me.
Well, she's dead to us all, really. She hasn't been alive for years.
Yeah. I know. Why do you think the podcast is suffering?
And the bookish people are like, but like, we put so much research in. Come on, like, let's go in. Like, we gotta try this. There's gotta be a way in. We can do it if we work together.
Yeah, no, you guys go in. I'm going to stay in the car alone.
Okay, so the people that are sucking face stop. Now they've kind of come over. They're on a little hiatus, right? They come over to the group before you've gone back to the car, and they're like, broken fucking face hand, whatever shit. Broken fucking face hand shit.
Broken fucking face hand shit, yep.
Okay, broken hand dude is the driver. So he is like, I'm not leaving without what I came here for. but he doesn't say what he came here for. So I'm going to get in here no matter what. And he devises a plan to, yeah, that's it. Yes. Okay, that was unspoken, what he came here for, to get horny girl alone and fuck her.
Get
But,
that pussy.
and so he is determined to get in. Like, you've got the four, well, three, excluding you, normal-ish people that are like, we want to be here for the content. And then you've got horny girl who's just like along for the ride, and broken hand dude who's like, I'm getting laid tonight. You all suck. You all suck until I get sucked off.
You all suck while I'm getting sucked. Hey, up top, brother.
Yeah. So he's like, we're getting in. He finds a kind of like a big rock, maybe 20 feet to the left, and he can use that to help you guys boost over. So he's going to help everybody get over. And have you decided if you're staying in the car or going with?
I'm staying in the fucking car.
Okay. So they all go.
The bitches are doing the work for me.
So they're like, Rachel, come on, are you sure? And you've decided you're staying, so you're like, no, I'm just gonna wait here.
I'm gonna say, in true Melanie fashion, I'm getting everybody else to do the work for me.
You've taken a page from my book.
Exactly. Yeah. Not the Toy Maker, which is available everywhere where books are sold, and you can just find it on MelanieFlintstoneBooks.com, but just Melanie's book about hiring people to do things for her.
And even better when you don't have to pay them. Exactly. So they all go over. Like, boyfriend dude is like, I really wish we could do this together, babe. I miss you. Like, I miss doing things with you. I feel like we're growing distant. And you're just kind of like, fuck him, I guess. But, no, I'm probably polite.
I mean, at this point, we're going to break up. He doesn't know that, but we about to break up. So.
Yeah, and you're really hoping that, like, some cultists kill them so that you don't have to do it.
I'm kind of hoping that he just died.
No. So, like, asshole with the broken hand is like, I can't leave you the keys. My mom will fucking kill me. But I'll unlock the car so you can get in. And you're waiting, like, till we're done.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right?
Yep.
Like, unless you want to fucking walk.
Well, maybe I'll fucking walk. Fucking bored.
So, do you get in the car, or do you do something else?
I get in the car. I'm going to get in the back seat.
So he unlocks the car, lets you in. He doesn't lock it again. Obviously, it's a car. You're on the inside. You can lock it if you feel like it. They go over. They get in the building. They disappear from what you can see. You don't hear or see anything else from them for a while anyway. So you're in the car. Obviously, it's not turned on because you don't have the keys. Where are you in the car? Like, what?
I told you, I'm in the back seat. I'm lying down in the back seat.
Okay, you're lying down in the back seat.
Yeah.
Eyes open or closed?
Open, because I'm on my phone watching TikToks.
Okay, so you're watching TikToks. Do you have the sound on?
Of course. Not very high, but enough that I can hear the TikToks.
How engrossed are you?
I'm not very engrossed. Because I'll hear like a crack or something and be like, is that a bear?
Yeah. A moose? You hear like a snapping branch.
Yeah.
You hear like a hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo.
Hoo-hoo.
And a howl.
Ow!
Yeah. You hear one of those. What do you do?
I lock the car doors. And then I go back to watching my TikToks.
Yeah. So you've probably been there about an hour now. Like, creepy noises, because you're out like in the middle of the woods type of area around this place. It's pretty secluded to get there. Because nothing's been built around here since they had this. It's a dirt road to get there. Pretty dark now. Quiet. Is there any lights on in the car?
No.
Okay, so no lights on in the car. Car's off. Doors are locked. Feel pretty safe, right?
I feel pretty safe. I feel very uneasy, though.
Yeah, you're on edge because you still hear those like creepy noises.
Yeah.
You're like, is that a fucking wolf? And so you feel the car rock a little, like one little push to it. What do you do?
start singing Jurassic Park theme song. Because the car rocks remind me of Jurassic Park, and I just start going.
Oh my gosh. You hear a voice.
Mhm.
A voice calling out your name.
Mhm.
You recognize it. It's a female voice.
Mhm.
Sounds like your sister.
Mm.
Your sister isn't in this area.
Yeah, I know.
She lives far away.
Mhm.
You don't know that she's going to be in this area, as far as you know.
Mhm.
But her voice sounds like it's not close, like it's not directly outside the car. But
Mhm.
it's like she's probably 50, 100 feet away calling out to you.
Mhm.
And there's trees probably 10, 15 feet away from the car on either side
Mhm.
from when you pulled in. So you hear her call out, Rachel, Rachel, is that you? What do you do?
Well, first of all, I've seen enough indigenous TikTok to know never to answer a voice that calls to you in a wood, so I ain't saying shit.
Mm. Do you look out the window?
Nope.
You're still lying down
Yep.
on your back,
Yep.
I assume. Unless you're
Yep.
on your face.
I'm lying down on my back.
Lying down on your face, Jesus.
On my
On your
face.
back. On
Face
your
down.
back, facing the top of the
Mm-hmm.
top of the car.
Yes.
There's a sunroof.
Yes.
It's open, not like open to the air,
Mm-hmm.
but you know that there's like usually a covering
Mm-hmm.
that would cover up so you can't see out, but that's pulled back so you can see out the window
Mm-hmm.
on the sunroof. And you can just see like the moon. It's full.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like clear because you're away from the streetlights and stuff, so you can see the stars. It's really pretty looking.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't see anything bad, you just see that. The voice says again, Rachel, please, please. I don't know where I am. It sounds closer.
I'm not looking out or answering because indigenous TikTok has taught me a lot of things.
And what has it taught you?
Don't answer a voice.
Mm. The car rocks.
Because it could be a skinwalker.
Car rocks again from the other side.
Yep.
Like pushed.
Mm-hmm.
One shove, rock, stop.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
You
laugh hysterically.
I sing Jurassic Park again.
Are you still playing TikToks?
Yeah, I'm like. Na, 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 na.
So you hear a voice in the woods that sounds
Mhm.
like your sister.
Mhm.
You don't look.
Mhm.
You know enough from indigenous TikTok not to
Mhm.
answer, but you
Mhm.
make noise.
Yes.
That is your choice.
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's not a very good choice, okay, but this is my choice and I'm sticking with it.
Do you keep the sunroof window open?
No, I close that.
Do you have to sit up to do it?
I use my foot.
You hear a thunk. Comes from on top of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Something landed there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? I'm fucking enjoying this. I don't know about you. I think this is the best episode idea ever. Melanie tortures Rachel.
I mean, I don't do anything because I'm not going to look and see what it is.
Are you still singing and listening to TikToks?
I am not singing anymore. I have stopped watching the TikToks.
Is your phone screen on? Like, is it lit?
No, I have it turned off the screen.
Mm-hmm. Are you still lying down?
Yes.
You hear a scratch noise, like something scratching metal, maybe metal on metal.
Uh-huh.
It's coming from above,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like this kind of thing, right? Like it's constant and slow moving,
Mm-hmm.
and you haven't heard the thud happen again or any movement up there besides a scratch.
Mm-hmm.
The scratch goes on for like 15 seconds straight.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? And when do you do it, if you do anything?
No, I just kind of lie there and listen.
Just listen to the sounds of the scratch.
Listen to the sounds of the scratch, baby.
And you're not making any sounds, not doing anything.
Nope.
You hear like creaking from the roof,
Mm-hmm.
like something's moving.
Mm-hmm.
The scratch is stopped, but there's like moving. And it's not footsteps. But it's not footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like pressure putting like weight being distributed on the car, on the roof in different areas.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly. And then there's a knock from underneath you.
Oh, it's under.
It's you hear it and it's like metal. Like a metal clang. So underneath sounds like something knocking maybe on like a metal pipe or something in the undercarriage while the thing is moving on top to those sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Simultaneous. Do you do anything?
Nope.
Roll for initiative.
All right, let me roll for my initiative. Hang on, let me crack my fingers and roll for initiative.
I don't know. I don't play D&D. I don't know how it works. But I've heard them say those things.
You roll for initiative if you're about to start a battle, so you were right on that.
Yeah. Oh, you think it's a battle? Okay.
I mean, you said roll for initiative, so we fighting.
So there's a sound up top and a sound down below.
Mm-hmm.
47 meters below. No. And you hear the voice again. And it sounds very close.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, Rachel, be careful. They're all around you. What do you do?
I do nothing.
Internally panic, I guess.
I'm internally panicking, but I do nothing.
On a scale of like 1 to like buckets, how much are you sweating?
A lot.
Mm.
Not buckets, but a lot.
So cups.
Yeah.
Ounces? I don't know.
Cups, probably. It's probably the same amount of panic I felt when I came face to face with the moose.
And you haven't come face to face with them yet.
No.
Or it. So, where we last left our heroes.
I was in a car shitting myself.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Literally?
No.
Okay. So you hear that voice and it's like, still sounds like your sister.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds very close.
Mm-hmm.
Close enough that it sounds like the voice is hushed.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still hear it and make out what the words are. So it said that like, be careful, they're all around you.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing knows your name.
Mm-hmm.
This thing being your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Or something pretending to be your sister, of course, as you suspect.
Yes.
She mentioned skinwalkers.
Yeah.
And as we've done an episode on them, skinwalkers can mimic voices.
They can. Yeah.
So we know there's something above and something below.
Mm-hmm.
But what if there's something inside?
Oh, no, then I'm dead.
All of us. Inside all of us, there's a little dream. A little hope.
I dreamed a dream of time gone by.
Exactly. Are you singing that this time? It'll depend on what happens.
It depends.
Okay, so we've got sounds above, sounds below.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing atop the car, you can tell that the sound seems to be moving toward the front of the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing below, there's knocking, and it seems to be in different patterns
Mhm.
and in different areas.
Mhm.
So like there'll be like a knock, knock over like far away from you, and
Mhm.
then like a little pause, and then a do 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 type knock
Mhm.
right under you.
Mhm.
And when it's under you, it's hard enough that you can feel it.
Damn.
Yeah, you can feel that vibration,
Mhm.
but not hard enough to shake the car like fully.
Okay.
But the thing moving on top of the car is making the car shift a little bit, just a
Mhm.
little.
Mhm.
As if, I was outside just giving a little shoves.
Just like, ooh.
Little like light love shoves,
Yeah, like love taps,
Yeah. And then you hear, as these still the sounds up top and the sounds below, this is all like over a few seconds, really.
Mhm.
Like this hasn't even been 2 minutes of this.
Mhm.
This hellhole I've put you through.
Mhm.
You hear like a sound, like when you go to try to open a car door and it's
Mhm.
locked
Yeah.
and the handle makes that like click.
Dunk. Yeah.
Yeah. You hear that. It's from right above your head. So the side of the car that your head's on.
Oh.
What do you do?
I continue to do nothing.
So you're frozen in fear, basically.
Enough. I wouldn't say I'm frozen in fear. I'm just
So
not trying to make
what
a
is
sound.
your plan here? Are
My
you trying?
plan is to be as silent as possible, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna hopefully maybe the monsters are hot and I can flirt with them.
So are you also going to stay as still as possible? Are you moving?
I'm staying as still as possible as well.
Are you going to call anybody? Are you going to do
Nope.
anything?
Nope.
So just stay quiet, stay still. That's the plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So the the thing on the top of the car has now gotten close enough to the windshield that they're walking on the windshield, and the windshield just cracks and depresses under their weight with their footsteps, but doesn't like burst through,
Mhm.
just weakens and spiderweb cracks out.
Mhm.
And the knocking underneath is still going, now in 2 separate places of the car at the time.
Mhm.
Like one close to the front, one close to the back wheels. And it's almost like they're answering knocks, like
Mhm.
do dun dun kind of thing,
Mhm.
back and forth.
Mhm.
Like something's taunting you.
Mhm.
While this thing on the top of the car is now walking down the car to the hood.
Mhm.
And as they, like the depressions of the windshield and then onto the hood, and the hood being a kind of a softer thing, crumples very easily. Like loud crumpling sounds.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Do you look around? Do you move? What happens?
I don't move. I don't make a sound.
Are you breathing?
So when I remember to breathe, I'm breathing. Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure you don't suffocate yourself in there.
It's like
these are just first responders. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like when I watched Don't Breathe, and I was like, "All right, breathe."
So now, this thing jumps off the hood, or it sounds like it, because you can't see, because you haven't looked up. But it is like you hear like it vaults off the hood and lands, in front of the car somewhere, or away from you, but not too far away. And you just hear it hit onto the dirt and the rocks, because it's like a gravel type of path. So you hear that hit. And it sounds heavy. The knocking stops as soon as you hear that hit on the ground. And you haven't heard anything of like touching the handles again. Not yet. But maybe soon, if you're lucky. And then you hear this like noise. And it sounds very close to your head. Your move, bitch. They didn't say that. I did. That was Melanie. just to say. For clarification.
I'm still not moving.
Mm.
But in my head, when it jumped off, I went parkour.
And when you heard the
Part of me was really tempted to do it back, but I don't.
the bad thoughts.
The intrusive
Or maybe
thoughts.
good.
The
Maybe you
intrusive
could have,
thoughts almost won.
yeah, like maybe that could have talked to them and they would be like, oh, she's one of us, bitch. Yeah, peace. We'll go get those other guys.
Part of me almost went back to them.
Mm-hmm. So now you don't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just dead silent. You don't hear any crickets. You don't hear any owls.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear the wolf. You don't hear a voice. Nothing. Dead silent.
Mm-hmm.
And you're basically off in the woods. So, like, it shouldn't be this quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And it just continues. And you're sitting there. Or lying there.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently waiting for death.
Apparently, yeah. I'm just waiting for it to take me at this point.
Yeah. And then you're still waiting.
Mm-hmm. Waiting for death.
If that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's their name. And then there's a hit to the side of the car. A loud crash that shatters the windows by your feet.
Oh.
Yeah. And the door crumples inward. Not fully, but
Mm-hmm.
like maybe a foot
Mm-hmm.
towards you. What do you do?
I'm gonna take my shoe off and throw it out the window at the thing.
What kind of shoe?
I've got like oh my god, what's the name of the shoe that everybody wears?
Doc
Not Doc
Martens?
Martens. No,
We both said it though.
but not Doc Martens.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They're like a solid shoe, got like weight in the bottom almost.
Yeah.
They're almost like a boot.
Mm-hmm.
Like a short boot.
Yep. I'm wearing those. I take it off and I throw it at the thing that's outside the window.
Mm-hmm. You hear a thunk,
Mm-hmm.
like not like a heavy one, but like it just like a pat, almost like it connected with something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look at where you threw your shoe?
Yes.
So you see the shoe hit something mid chest area,
Mm-hmm.
if it can be called a chest.
Mm-hmm.
It is spindly, tall, like 7-8 feet tall, but hunched over.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like it has fur, but that doesn't look much like human skin either.
Mm-hmm.
It's very emaciated looking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think like if Slender Man went on a diet and was nude.
Okay. Yeah.
The skin is like very pale gray,
Mm-hmm.
ashy,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't see its face. Its chest is level with the window, and it is still hunched.
Okay.
Like shoulders are hunched in.
Mm-hmm.
It looks vaguely human. Like, definitely like skeletally like a human, but also not.
Okay.
And you're like, remember when I watched or played Until Dawn? It looks a lot like that thing.
That's a Wendy Woo.
But thinner skin.
Mm-hmm.
And you can count ribs if you felt so inclined.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like it should have made that dent.
Yeah. But it did.
Not without just collapsing in a heap of bones.
Mm-hmm.
And it's holding your shoe against its chest. Like a bouncy ball. And if you could see its face, it's looking at it very confused. But you can't. I can, though.
Mm-hmm.
In my omniscient narrator
Yes.
position.
Yes.
Then there's a smash, and a hand grabs you by the hair coming through the window.
Okay.
And pulls you out of that window, the back that was behind your head.
Yep.
By the hair. It doesn't grab you anywhere else.
Yep.
As you're being pulled out the window, what do you do?
I accept my fate.
You don't fight.
Mm-mm. How am I going to fight these things?
Not by doing nothing.
Exactly. So I do nothing. I might flail my arms a little bit and scream, but that's about it.
Okay. It's not deterred by your flailing and screaming.
Yep.
It's not deterred at all. So now this is number 2 pulling you out. You get dragged out toward it. It's doing this one-handed. It drops you on the ground. You look under the car. And there's something under the car. It's a person.
Okay.
Not a thing. It's Bookish Girl. And she has the widest eyes you've ever seen. And she's clutching the bottom of the car, like the rails, like that undercarriage thing. Like she's trying to hold herself off the ground. And she's shaking. What do you do? What do you do in the couple of seconds you have looking under this car? With your one shoe on your foot, and you're probably missing some hair. And probably cut up a little bit from being hauled out that window.
I reach under the car, grab Bookish Girl, and haul her out with me.
I mean, you don't probably have the strength to do that, but you can grab her and get a hold of her.
Yeah, I'm grabbing at her and trying to pull her out. Because if I'm dying, somebody's down with me.
Do you make any noise?
I'm like, get your ass on here now.
Your foot, without the shoe, gets grabbed while you're doing that. You haven't made any progress getting her out from under the car yet, because she is clutching the bottoms of that. So tough, like as hard as she can. She is white knuckling that shit. And you are white knuckling her. And you get pulled by the ankle. You manage to keep your hold on her and drag her out with you, because that thing is stronger than both of you. You both end up there looking up at 2 of these creatures, and a third one walks up. So they're at your feet. A third one walks up behind you, like near your head. And they're all 3 looking down at you. And they open their mouths in synchronicity and go, And one says, Rachel, so glad you could make, in your sister's voice. And then you get eaten.
Nom, 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 nom.
And 3 hours later, there's not much left of you, but enough to identify you, mostly by your one shoe and cell phone. And the girls' glasses, because they didn't eat the glasses.
No, why would they eat the glasses?
The other 4 come out, and they're like, oh, what the fuck? And they were fine. They got high with the cultists.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. So they're stoned as fuck and think that that's not real. And they just leave. And they go home and, jock, horny dude, really got his rocks off that night. Like, he had an orgy with everybody but the Bookish Girl.
Oh my god.
Like, including the cultists. And that is really what turned it for them. They were like, this guy can fuck.
Damn.
So they're gonna live.
This guy can fuck.
Yeah. But Bookish Girl was not into it. And so they were like, you gotta wait outside.
Yeah, they were like, you can't watch like a creep.
Yeah.
I died. That's okay.
Yeah. And you took someone with you.
Yeah, I did. That was my
It's a
goal.
shame. Her name was Abigail. She had big dreams. She wanted to be a singer in the city.
That's not my problem.
You made it your problem. Also, bitch was under the car knocking, trying to help you. If you knew Morse code, you would have picked up on it.
Who knows Morse code?
Nobody. But
Exactly.
Abigail did.
Yeah, but she's the only one because she's a
Yeah.
nerd. So I died. I got eaten. Beautiful. Oh well.
Okay, let's do. Want to say one more?
Let's do one more. Yeah.
Okay, and now it's my turn to make one. I think,
No,
or I'll make it my turn.
it's my turn to make one.
Oh, okay. So we've still got possibilities:
Mhm.
cornfield, graveyard, abandoned boat or ship, haunted house, church, cabin in the woods.
Mhm.
Now I'm kind of voting cornfield
Okay.
because I think it would be cool to have it set like we go to a cornfield daytime or evening time for like a Halloween event, and there's actors, and then we just do what we want with that.
So, Melanie,
Rachel.
you and your friends,
Mm-hmm.
you love going to corn mazes.
All 0 of them.
You and your 0 friends, but in this scenario, you have 5 friends.
I have 5 friends. Are they the same 5 that have been at the asylum?
Yeah, so you have your boyfriend, whoever he is,
Fernando.
Mm-hmm. Jockey dude, horny girl, bookish girl, and nerdy guy.
Yep.
And you guys love going to the corn maze. So you go to the corn mazes. That's like an hour-ish from where you guys live. So like you leave, it's still daylight. It's still like somewhat daylight when you get there. The sun is starting to set, and you're excited. You love a corn maze. You love a good corn maze. You don't. Your friends do. They dragged you here. You didn't have a choice.
As most social situations happen for me.
So there's like a few different options for the corn mazes. There's like some inside haunted house mazes you can go in, and then there's like the 2 big corn mazes you can go into. Which one are you guys going into?
Well, I mean, I feel like we're here for the corn maze, so we end up in the corn maze.
Okay, so are you going to take you get to the corn maze entrance. You've paid your ridiculously overpriced tickets because inflation.
And I refuse to go unless somebody else paid for it because I'm like, I'm not paying for this shit.
Your boyfriend paid for it, like the gentleman he is.
Yeah, and then I paid him back because I'm really uncomfortable with that.
Yes, exactly.
Like I can't owe you something. I have PTSD.
Yeah. So you get there. There's 2 corn mazes. There's one off to the left that just says haunted corn maze, and there's one off to the right that says zombie corn maze.
Oh.
Which one are you going into?
Options. I really want to say zombie, but I feel like I would have gone haunted. So I'm going to go haunted.
Okay.
Because if I'm in a scenario where I'm thinking this is not real and this is like a spook thing, zombie one probably has actors that are zombies, right? Like dressed as zombies that will try to touch me. And I'm more likely to punch one. In the haunted one, it's probably just jump scares with like animatronic type of things in my head. Or if there's actors, they're not like running at you trying to eat you style thing. So that's where I would go with haunted.
Okay. So you go into the haunted.
Less interaction with humans, less likely that Melanie will get a felony, and rhyme it. Melanie with a felony.
Melanie with a felony.
By hitting somebody.
Okay. You go into the corn maze. You're walking through. And, there's like people dressed up, actors dressed up that are jumping out and like, boo. All those types of things, being like trying to scare you. Here's the thing though, they get like some get really close behind you, like nose to your skull. But none of them touch you, so they're like, you're scary. Then you guys you get into the corn maze, like some people are like, oh, it's so scary, oh my god, no. And you come to a fork, but you notice that the right side of the fork has like a rope across it.
Okay.
So, and the left side seems to be where everybody else is going.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course,
What do my stupid friends want to do?
your stupid friend asked one of the actors, is like, yo, why can't we go that way? And they're like, oh, we didn't finish that part of the corn maze. Like, there's no real way to like get it if you go down that way, and we had to get lost there last week. It was a whole thing, so we just kind of closed it off.
Mm-hmm.
Then that actor goes back to his spot to like scare some people.
Mm-hmm.
Which way you guys going?
I'm voting for the way everybody else is going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they're horny people are for sure gonna want to go to the place where nobody is.
Yes, because
Because
they
that's
have been
prime fucking territory.
exactly. They have been making out the whole time they've been walking through the corn maze. I don't know how it's making everybody really uncomfortable.
Yeah, and it also really confused because it's kind of impressive how
Mm-hmm.
they're not bumping into things and still like doing that. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
how are you like you guys are walking side by side facing forward, but your necks are like crooked like that? Like how the fuck
Mm-hmm.
did you do that?
It's super impressive. Like
Yeah.
everybody's kind of like,
Mhm.
damn, all right.
Yeah. So like I'm not going to compromise
Mm-hmm.
and horny couple are probably also not going to compromise.
They
So
are
there's
not.
going to be a division.
Mm-hmm.
Horny couple are going, the roped off area.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my submissive Fernando
Mm-hmm.
are going are going in the regular direction.
But here's the thing. Fernando's feeling a little spicy. So he also wants to go to the area where no one is because he's hoping he can get a little something, something from you tonight.
Well, he's going to have to go there by himself. He's going to get spicy on himself. Yeah. The only thing spicy he's getting is a burrito.
No, he's trying really hard. Like, come on, baby, let's go down here. Maybe we can have some alone time.
Okay. The first time anyone says that to me, I am breaking up with them very publicly. So
Horny
does he
couple,
say that like that?
he does say it like that. Come on, baby.
Okay, Fernando, this is really not going to work out. I don't need you to climb over anything right now. Everything seems to be on level ground here. So you're really overstaying your welcome. Why don't you go try to join in horny couples alone time and see if you can get spicy with them? Because I'm going to get real vanilla this way tonight. Nerdy people, are you with me or am I on my own?
So here's the thing. Nerdy guy wants to impress bookish girl because he's got a crush on her.
Of course.
So he
And
wants
she's
to do
back
like
from the dead. It's prime time,
exactly. She came back from the dead. He's like, wow, you survived that horrible massacre.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to do something brave.
Mm.
And he's gonna go down the area where no one is and convince her to go with him.
Okay.
So right now it's just you going where everybody else is going, and they all went down the roped off area.
So Fernando's gone as well.
Fernando went because as soon as you said maybe you can try and get some, he was like, "Oh, Theresa." Yeah.
And he was like, "Hall pass," and I was like, "No, I'll pass."
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're done.
Yeah.
Take that into your head. I don't know if it worked.
Fernando's not very smart, but
no. I mean, he's mostly there for his body. Oddy. And so I am like, fuck all y'all. I could go die with all of you. Because in my head, that's how it works. I'm in a horror movie for my entire life. So I'm like, I can go there and die with you, or I could try to stay with the crowd and stay there. So I'm going left.
Okay.
If I have to go in one of these directions. But probably I would go home.
Well, you didn't drive, so you can't really go home.
Yeah, but I have always my phone, my keys, and, my wits, which are my greatest weapon. So I will find a way. Also, Fernando drove and I took his keys. Because I must carry them.
Everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm. And I will steal his car.
Well, Fernando didn't drive either.
Okay, fine. I don't have his keys. He didn't have a car. This is why I'm uh divorcing him because
Mm-hmm.
he's a scrub. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I go with where the people are.
Mm-hmm.
Something I've never said in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be where the
Where the
people
people
are.
are. I
So I
wanna
go and
be
follow the crowd of
there.
people to the left side that's not roped off.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So you're walking through the left side. You're walking in the woods. There's no one around.
It's not the
At the corner of
woods.
your eye,
It's
you
a
hear.
corner of it's the corn maze. They're not woods. It's a corn
So you're in
maze.
the corn maze.
And there's people.
You're walking in the corn maze.
Shia LaBeouf could be there as well.
No,
We could
Shia
just
LaBeouf.
like edit it. As soon as I chose this one, you're like, oh, well, I'm deleting everything I just had.
No.
It's the most writer move I've ever seen. Like, perfect. The right where I want them. I'm erasing everything else I wrote.
So you go down, you're walking, everything again, you're getting like people are jumping out, trying to scare you, like, and you hear some people being like, oh my god.
And I'm trying not to punch anybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly my focus at this point.
Then at the front, you notice that there's like a group of people at the front of the corn maze,
Mm-hmm.
and you're very confused. And as you push up front, you realize it's a dead end.
Hmm.
And all the people are like, hang on.
Is it a dead end with just corn? Or is it like a wall?
It's a dead end.
Well, you can walk through corn.
Yeah, but there's a wall behind the corn.
How would I know?
Well,
Can
if
I
you want
see
to
through the
walk through,
corn?
and if you want to walk through and smack your head into it, you
I
can
could
kind
push
of see
somebody
through.
else, see if it
You can
works.
kind of see through the corn, so you can see there's a wall.
Okay. How tall?
It's a tall wall. It's like 10 feet.
Okay. What kind of substance is this made out of?
It's a brick wall, Melanie.
Okay, I can't climb that. I don't have
No.
Fernando.
No,
I don't have my Fernand ladder.
No.
Fernand ladder.
For ladder.
Fernalander.
And
Whatever.
everybody's confused. They're like, hang on, but that part was roped off. Why is this a dead end?
Hmm.
And you guys turn around and you see another dead end.
Just appears out of nowhere?
Yes.
Cool.
So now
I'm taking my phone out and filming this.
So now you're encircled in a ring surrounded by corn
And brick wall.
and brick wall.
But many humans.
There's lots of people in there.
Mm.
And then you hear a voice from beyond that says, hello, my subjects. Welcome to the game.
Interesting.
You have all been selected.
I'm also totally filming this. Like, as soon as that first wall popped up, I film. Like, I need evidence of this.
You have all been selected to take part in an experiment. There are zombies on the other side of this wall. And I'm going to release them. And they're going to eat you.
Just quick question.
Yes.
Question, disembodied voice.
Yes.
Aren't we the ones that would be released because we're the ones contained?
No.
Just, clarification.
No.
So how are they contained compared to our containment?
I can't tell you.
You can't tell me.
It ruins the facade.
Facade, so it's not real.
Whatever you think.
Would you like me to take over? Because I can. I would be happy to help.
So you hear he's like, the zombies will be released in a half hour. And
Okay.
he disappears. And of course people start panicking. They're like, oh my god, zombies. And of course there's people that are like, zombies aren't real.
Mm.
It's the same people that think COVID weren't real. They're like, COVID's not real.
Yeah, so I should definitely believe them. They know things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They are smart. SMRT.
So here I am during this, and I'm like, This is what I've trained for my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
My reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have watched so many Fight for Survival movies. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
they're my fucking favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously have my knife on me because I go nowhere without it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I can't leave it in my car. I didn't take my car.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I know I have 30 minutes. I
Mm-hmm.
also have at least 30 humans around.
Mm-hmm.
I convince some people that don't seem so insane to help me boost up so I can see over the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're only 10 feet and there's some tall people.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm growing my collective of, useful humans or
Mm-hmm.
also cannon fodder. I don't care either way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know them. And was that a chuckle? Is that a chuckle at this? How dare. Yeah, so we get boosted up.
Mm-hmm.
I can see
Mm-hmm.
around. What do I
Mm-hmm.
see around?
You get shot between the eyes and you die.
Well, that was a good death. Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Also, stupid move on my part. I should have made somebody else get up there.
You
I
should have.
considered it. I really considered it. But I was like, nah, I'll just go for it.
Yeah, no, you're dead. You get shot between the eyes because if anybody peeks up, they get shot.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's not going to tell anybody that because then people won't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
So
to
you
be
get
able
shot
to
between
test
the
them
eyes,
out.
and you're dead.
I'm surprised I didn't get killed because I backtalked, honestly.
No, he likes the back talk. He likes the little like.
Yeah, so surprisingly, why did he kill me? Because I'm fun.
Yeah, but you looked up over the wall, and they didn't want you to
Yeah.
look up over the wall because you would see that what you would see if you had a chance to actually look over the wall is you would see that you were actually in a room with a bunch of rich white people watching you. There was no zombies. They were doing a social experiment to see if people would turn on people. And you ruined it.
Yeah. Makes sense.
How does it feel to know you've ruined it?
Oh, I'm fine. Like, I'm dead.
You're dead. You're dead.
My suffering is over.
Yeah, you're dead.
But, like, honestly, that the guy is probably now like, guys, why did you shoot her? Why did it have to be her? She was fun, right? Like, this, we're televising this. We're streaming this for all the rich white people around the
He's
world.
really annoyed because the minute you started back talking, everybody put bets that you were going to win.
Yeah.
And he bet, and like, they were like, oh man, she's totally going to make it. And he was like, and now he has a bunch of angry people that he has to
Yeah.
get out.
Right? And like, he's also pissed because it's like the other ones in there are like crying and shitting themselves. And
Yeah.
I was just like, guys, got a plan. You shut the fuck up. Stop crying. Get over here. Get on the ground. I'm standing on you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I was like, I got this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And also, I was like, I don't know if it's zombies. I don't know if it's not zombies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Survival situation. I'm gonna fucking do something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I definitely should have used a cannon fodder approach.
Yep.
But I definitely got lulled into the sense of security of like, it's zombies, and you told me it was zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What happened to the 5 people?
Oh, they're fine. That was the correct way to get out of the corn maze. The two, like, the horny people had lots of sex. Fernando joined in. They had a threesome. Somehow they convinced the nerdy guy and the bookish girl to join in, so they had an orgy.
Yeah. And because she fucked this time, and she didn't die.
Yeah.
See? We've reversed the horror movie tropes.
Exactly.
Look at us.
So that's changing the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
they get out fine.
We both had 1 death so far, and that we've had 4 scenarios. Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 death each.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to kill you to win right now.
It's not how this works. This isn't a contest.
No, I think it is.
Okay.
I think you just haven't been told the rules of the game.
Okay.
Just peek over the wall and you'll see. Same setup in that you arrive with one. Let's let's use big bro jock dude again is
Okay.
driver, and he's
Okay.
driving an SUV belonging to his mom.
Mm-hmm.
He drove you all there.
Mm-hmm.
You're there. You
Mm-hmm.
get there. Corn maze area.
Mm-hmm.
2 areas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start it off the same with you. Same thing. So
Okay.
you got a haunted corn maze, and then you have a zombie outbreak
Okay.
corn maze to go in.
Okay.
Which one do you guys choose to go?
Go haunted as well.
Hmm. Your first mistake. Okay, so you guys go to the haunted one.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculously overpriced.
Mm-hmm.
There's like Halloween decorations everywhere. It looks kind of cheap sometimes, but
Mm-hmm.
like it makes up for it because it's nighttime, the ambiance is there. They've got some like fire pit stuff to make the like lights flickery,
Mm-hmm.
and they've also got like some cool music
Mm-hmm.
going to give the real ambiance of the place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um so you all go in together.
Mm-hmm.
There's people jumping out. There's like animatronic type of situations of like fake ghosts and skeletons and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
There is a like a fake hand that comes out of the dirt, like a
Mm-hmm.
skeletal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um how are you handling all the jump scares so far?
Some of them are getting me, some of them aren't getting me.
Mhm. What about the your ragtag crew?
Oh, a lot of them are struggling hardcore.
What about boyfriend dude?
Oh, he's a baby, so he's fucking terrified.
Okay. So you're making your way through.
Mm-hmm.
Things are like it's just a typical corn maze haunted house style thing happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um but as you guys are moving through, you start to notice that there's less and less people.
Mm-hmm.
And the people you are seeing are children.
Mm-hmm.
They're young,
Mm-hmm.
right? There was a lot of teenagers around first, right? But there's also some adults and some people in costumes, some people not, because this is a Halloween event.
Mm-hmm.
And it isn't really for kids on this side. Like there is a corn maze for kids, but it's like not in the same area you were in.
Mm-hmm.
They have it like a lot more not dumbed down, but like less frightening,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's spooky.
More light, less scary.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you're seeing kids is a little strange.
You
You're
also
like,
missed I'm just sorry, Mr. Voice, but you missed an excellent opportunity to say more light, less fright.
okay, peek over the corn, see what happens. Okay, so you're going around and you're seeing these kids,
Uh-huh.
but you don't see any adults.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, where the fuck are the parents?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because some of this stuff, like there's a kid there that looks probably 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is he alone? And why did anyone let him near this place?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, it's giving you some scares, right? Not all of them, but, like, boyfriend dude is basically almost pissed himself by now. Like, good
Probably
thing
has
he went.
himself.
Yeah, I mean, like, if not only because he went to the bathroom immediately before going. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he cleared out the tank.
Mm-hmm.
But the strange thing is, like, you notice that some of these kids are, like, wearing weird clothing.
Mm-hmm.
The clothing looks too big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is a small child, maybe 6, 7 years old, and he's wearing a business suit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's too big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he looks like he'd showed up in his dad's suit. But it's Halloween, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kids be being kids.
Kids do kids things.
So, when you see this and you see, like, this kid just drowning in a men's suit, what's your reaction?
I'm like, there's so many kids here.
Mm.
I don't like this. I don't like creepy kids.
Yeah. Why are they creepy?
Because they're kids and they're alone and they're in a corn maze at night.
Mm. So, like, there's at least, like, 10 or 12 kids that you can see.
Yeah. Again, creepy kids.
There is a little boy who's wearing chaps and way too big cowboy boots and a cowboy hat that's way too big for him. It's going down, and he's just going, "What in the actual fuck?" And he's probably like 6, 7, 8. Who knows? I can't tell. I mean, you could probably tell. You have a better judge of age than I do. But, you know, and he's also shirtless, this kid. Like, he looks like he's wearing a men's Halloween costume that you'd wear out at a club to be, like, sexy cowboy number 1. But,
Cowboy number 1.
yeah. Yeah, so you're seeing this. What do you think?
I think something weird is afoot.
So I mean, like, the kid in the business suit could be dressing up. The kid in the nurse costume could be dressing up, and like some parent gave her the wrong costume. Okay, so like those two could have been just dressing up, but the kid with the cowboy boots, like that guy's wearing men's size 12 boots, and that is not a men's size 12 child. So it's looking real weird. No one would send their child out wearing a shirtless cowboy costume with boots that are the size of this guy's forearm. So weird shit is happening. People are running around. People are crying. People are pulling out their palm. They're like Palm Pilots. They're Blackberries, and making phone calls. These children are.
Okay.
Obviously, you guys are confused. Boyfriend dude is still scared of things.
Yes,
and not really noticing.
Children. He's terrified at the children.
More like he's distracted by like the dancing skeleton and stuff that's spooking him. Like a horse when you approach them from the side. You know? He's spooked. So nobody else seems to be noticing all the kids and what the fuck is up besides you.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna talk to the business child and ask him what's up.
To the business child. I love it. I love the business child. This is amazing. Okay, so you talk to the business child. What do you ask him?
I'm gonna get down on his level. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, do you know where your mom and dad are? Are you lost?"
They're dead, bitch. I'm 52.
Well, no need to be fucking rude about it, you brat. Also, you're not 52, you're 6.
Fuck off.
You fuck off.
No, you.
No, you fuck off.
He's like, what do you mean I'm 6? You're 6.
You're 6.
Just because you're freakishly tall, woman.
Well, you're freakishly short, shortstop.
I'm not short, I'm 6'2".
No, you're not. You ain't 6'2". You're that guy who lies in his dating profile and says he's 6'2" when he's actually 5'11".
You're still telling this to a child, you know?
Yeah, I know. And your point?
And so the kid looks down and he's like, what? And he's looking at his hands. His tiny, tiny little child hands. And you see what falls off his finger is what looks like a gold band. An adult man-sized gold ring off of his left hand. and hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "What? These are my hands. What? This isn't my voice. Why do I sound like that? Oh my god. What the fuck? Do I look
Is your mom with that mouth?
like do I look like a kid?
Uh-huh.
But I'm not.
Well, you are.
Do you He pulls out his phone and he asks you to take a picture of him. What do you do?
I ain't taking a picture of him. I'm leaving.
Wait, lady, what?
Bye.
What the fuck?
I don't like creepy children in the corn maze. I'm leaving you. Bye.
Where are you going?
I'm heading into the direction of where people went.
So are you going back the way you came, or are you going further into the maze?
I'm going further into the maze.
Good choice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you continue down there, except all those kids that you just left, they're not following you. They're like staying where they are, mulling around. Business child is trying to take a selfie, but his face ID is not working.
Yeah, because he's a child and not a 56-year-old man.
He's 52.
Whatever.
And he's looking great for his age.
He looks so good for his age.
Yeah, so you continue
Mm-hmm.
your friend group. Do you bring them with you? Because they're kind of still off looking at things, not
I assumed
paying
they
attention.
were following me, but I guess I'm alone now.
Okay. So you've left them behind.
Yep.
They didn't notice all the children or that you left them.
Okay, great.
So we'll revisit them later. If they're there.
If they're there, they might
So
be dead.
you continue. You're following people. There's less people. In fact, there's no people. Like, the further you walk, the foggier it gets. And you can't see very far in front of you. You can't hear any people anymore. The music from the maze is kind of like dying down, getting quieter. Like someone's turning the volume down slowly, but it's also getting muffled. And you're seeing less less decorations and more just corn.
You gotta say it right.
Yeah.
No, you gotta say corn right.
More corn.
More corn!
No. So you're getting in there, and the path is getting a bit narrower. Right? It was pretty like maybe 20 feet wide where you were at that opening, and then it kind of filtered out to about 6-7 feet wide, and now you're pretty close. Like, the corn is almost touching your elbows as you walk through. It's pretty narrow. Yeah. But it's still like a straight, like a human-made cut line. Not fully straight, like it winds and it turns and stuff like this, but it's not like it's clearly a cut with clear sides to it. It's not just like beaten down or anything. And you just start, like, the only thing you can end up hearing is like waves. It sounds like waves of the ocean, but it's actually just like the breeze through the corn. And like it's dark. There's no more like man-made lights or anything. It's really just the moon. Right? The moon and the stars kind of lighting up. And the further you go, the farther it, like, the less light there is. So like you turn around, look over your shoulder, and you just see like corn, right? You just see the path that you came on and fog. And you can't see the lights from where you were. What do you do?
I'm going to start singing.
Why is that your response?
Because I see the moon and I'm like, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
So you're singing
Yes.
to yourself.
Yes.
No one's around.
That's fine. I'm just singing because why
Mm-hmm.
not? I do that sometimes. I'll just
Mm-hmm.
sing randomly.
Yeah, and there's just like the wave sound through the corn, as if you're on a beach, but it's corn.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Wave
and
after wave, wave
do
after
you?
wave.
What do you do? You can
I'm in.
continue. You can go back, or you try to go back. You can go out into the corn, I guess.
Now
What
I'm
do you
heading.
do?
I'm keep on keeping on. I'm trucking along.
Good choice. I like that way. So you keep going.
Mm-hmm.
You're keeping walking.
Mm-hmm.
And do you turn around? Do you look back
No,
over your shoulder?
no,
No?
no.
Okay, because you hear like rippling sounds,
Mm-hmm.
like a more like a rustling,
Mm-hmm.
as if something is moving,
Mm-hmm.
either through the corn or maybe it's the corn itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like a
The
little shuffle.
corn is moving.
Hmm. Is that what's happening? You didn't look. You'll never
No,
know.
no, I'll never know.
Oh, I don't have to make that choice.
No.
So you continue and you turn the corner of
Mm-hmm.
the continuing on this path and you see ahead of you an opening.
Mm-hmm.
Like the corn finally stops.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, it is so close on either side of you. Like it's brushing against you. You barely have enough room to go
Mm-hmm.
through. Like you're just getting like molested by corn this entire
Oh,
time as you
right.
walk through. But you can see a gap and it might
Mm-hmm.
only be like 6 inches wide at
Mm-hmm.
the end. And you can see out there there's like rocks and water.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe it's a lake, maybe you're
Mm-hmm.
out to the ocean. Who knows? But you can
Mm-hmm.
see a way out of this corn.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I'm going to the exit.
Okay. So you keep going, you walk through, the corn is getting tighter and tighter,
Mm-hmm.
and that gap is looking smaller and smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like the corn is closing in on you
Mm-hmm.
while you're going.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? Are you walking? Are
I
you
start to
running? Are
run.
you
I
what?
start to
Okay.
run.
So you're running, all out fucking sprint.
Yeah.
Do
And
you
as I'm
look behind
running,
you?
no, I don't look behind you. Number one rule of horror movies: don't look behind you when you run.
I guarantee you wouldn't kill you this time.
I don't trust you.
No, because I have a plan, and then this. Funny enough, I have a plan here.
No, I don't look behind me. I keep
Yeah.
running. You're running,
Yeah.
you're running up the hill.
Yeah, so you're singing that as you run.
Yeah, running up the hill.
And like the only sounds you can hear besides that was like the corn rustling and the shifting,
Mm-hmm.
like something moving through the corn or the corn moving itself.
Mm-hmm.
And it's getting closer and closer, and you're getting kind of a little claustrophobic here.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though this corn is not like walls pressing in on you,
Mm-hmm.
you have this feeling, like this gut knowing that if you do not get out of this corn, you will never get out of this corn. Like if you don't get out of that gap.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sprinting
Mm-hmm.
and you burst through the edge. You get out.
Mm-hmm.
And you're on, like in front of you is like this rocky beach.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still night. The moon is overhead. It's like reflected in the water. It's all really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Water looks really still.
Mm-hmm.
Only like very little bit of ripples.
Mm-hmm.
It's quiet, except like you can hear the sounds of the waves, like very light waves, and like a little bit of like sea life, maybe like a seagull. Just it sounds like a beach,
Mm-hmm.
but it's more rocky than sand.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I am gonna run down to the water and jump in the water.
Do you look behind you
Nope.
at where you came out?
Nope.
Okay. So you run down, you
Yep.
jump into the water,
Yep.
and nothing happens. You're just in the water.
Okay.
right now. So what do you do when you're in the water? Like
In the
nothing
water,
strange
I
happens.
just start going. Jason is in this water as I'm swimming around.
Mm,
Then I decide to get out of the water because I realized that I probably shouldn't have jumped in with my clothes on.
yeah. So you jump
YOLO.
out. It's it's Halloween, so it is like
Mhm.
cold, and you
Mhm.
jumped in cold water.
Mhm.
You're very cold,
Mhm.
and you're on a beach
Yep.
while you're cold.
Mhm.
And when you get out, you realize, uh, did this, like, I guess the water made my clothes really dangly,
Mhm.
like draping off of you,
Mhm.
or maybe you lost some weight running. Really, just exercising for those few minutes.
Right.
I
That
don't
actually.
know, right?
Whew.
You're trying to figure out why your clothes are so baggy, but you just think like, oh, it's got to be the water, just like
Mhm.
stretched it out, bad material. Who knows?
Mhm.
Because your sweater is like really is heavy damp, right? It's like a
Mhm.
wool sweater, and
Mhm.
it's really like dragging on you, but like the sleeves seem too long,
Mhm.
and you feel like your shoes are almost slipping off.
Mhm.
What do you do?
I look down at my body.
You see that things are smaller. Um, your clothes is very baggy on you, as well as very damp, and you're
Mhm.
cold.
Mhm.
And like certain parts of you have gotten smaller,
Mhm.
especially like noticeably, like your chest.
Mhm.
And
I'm a tiny child.
you're the business child.
I'm the business child now.
Yeah. So like, do you say anything? Do you speak? Do you
I go,
sing?
nuts.
And your voice sounds higher pitched and
Nuts.
and squeaky, right?
Mhm.
And the ground just seems to be getting closer.
Mhm.
And what do you do now?
I decide I want to head back to the corn because maybe this will reverse me becoming a tiny child if I run
Mm.
back into the corn.
So, so you're walking?
I'm running.
Okay, you're running.
Mhm.
You fall down.
Oh no,
You
because my
trip in
shoes are
your
too big.
massive shoes. Yes, those massive shoes that your feet are like half the size of now.
Mhm.
They they like they trip you the fuck up. Your
Mhm.
pants are too long. Your sweater is heavy and long, and it just keeps seeming like it gets heavier,
Mhm.
right? Like damp wool, right?
Mhm.
Bad fashion choice
Mhm.
for a late night
Yeah, but
swim.
I wanted to be cute. I didn't anticipate I'd want to jump in the water. Okay, I just want to go in the corn maze and be cute.
Yeah, it's like you had no control over jumping in the water.
Exactly. I had no control.
Yeah,
Some
that's not one of the
unforeseen,
things I was going to make you
some
do.
unforeseen for.
That is also the symptom from being on this beach. Who knew? No, no, that's not. It has rules. I've decided them
Okay.
already. Totally.
Okay.
So you've fallen. Can you get back up?
No, I just kind of lie down. I start crying.
Yeah. Do you look where the corn was?
Yes.
There's no corn. It is just beach. As far as your eye can see, and you're lying on the ground crying in your oversized clothes.
Uh-huh.
The sweater just seems so heavy.
Uh-huh.
Like it's just added weight to you. Like gravity got turned the fuck up tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, why the fuck is this so heavy?
Yeah.
But like, you feel tingly
Mm-hmm.
all over. Like static electricity, but not a shock.
Mm-hmm.
Like that kind of tingly. like your hair standing on end type of tingly.
Mm-hmm.
And you look down at yourself
Mm-hmm.
and you've gotten smaller.
Oh no.
You've gotten potentially younger.
I'm a baby.
Well, you can't see yourself
Yeah, but I'm
much,
gonna
right? You
guess
can't
that
see
I'm
your
a
face.
baby.
You can look at the size of your hands and they're small. Like, not infant small, but they're small.
They
Like,
tiny baby hands.
like you probably are on business child level right now.
Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I cry. I'm just gonna cry at this point.
You're just gonna stay there and
I'm
cry.
just gonna sit on the ground and cry.
You know, you don't make this easy on me.
I know I don't make this easy on you, but that's the point.
Like, I'm trying to torture you and you make it so hard.
I'm a masochist. What can I say? Harder,
Okay,
daddy.
fucking Markiplier over here. I thought you were gonna say I need to go even further beyond at some point. I was waiting for it.
Maybe I do need to go even further beyond. Maybe I need to go back into an egg and a sperm.
You need to be broken down into my parts.
Broken down into molecules.
Okay, so you're still getting smaller.
Mm-hmm.
The tingling is getting just like more,
Mm-hmm.
right? It feels more.
Mm-hmm.
And you're
same
swimming
time.
in your clothes right now. Like, more than you swam in that body of water. Right? And then you don't know much at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've become not much at all.
Mm-hmm.
You just get smaller and smaller. You go back through infancy to a fetus. Yeah, you might look like Voldemort when he came out of that pot.
Beautiful.
Like, well, no, before he went into the pot.
Yeah.
For like a second.
Yeah.
But then you're down to just about nothing, to just a blob, to your molecules.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And you really just age out the wrong way of life.
Yep.
And I call this young.
I thought you were going to say, and I call this the Benjamin Button effect.
No, because I brought you all the way to this beach.
Mm-hmm.
The opposite M. Night Shyamalan beach. It's not old, but cold and young.
Cold and young, and I am nothing anymore.
Yeah.
I am Thanos disappeared.
Yeah. Why did you keep going in?
Because I like going in.
You're just like, these people are turning into children from adults. I need to go further in.
I need to go even further beyond.
Yeah. I wanted you to, like, either stay there or try to get your friends there or, like, go into a further spot. And then I was like, you know what? I'm making people young. I'm going to do the beach from old, but backwards. So, yeah, you obviously died.
Yeah.
But if you reverse died, did you really even die?
This is the question. So technically, I just became unborn, which means I didn't die.
Yeah, you were never born.
I was never born. I was never conceived. No sperm hit an egg and made me.
Yeah, so really, I think I gave you the best scenario. Like, you killed me, I killed you, and then what I did was make it so that you never existed.
You took me out of my misery, and I appreciate that, because I
obliterated you
for a while. Again, Amanda, if you listen to this, this is a joke. I don't want to die.
No, she just misses the misery.
I just miss the misery, you know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do song titles now.
And the business of misery, let's take it from the top. She's got a body like an hourglass, thinking like a norm.
Do you think old 2 is just gonna be young?
Old 2 will be called the
cold and young.
It'll be called the oldening.
The unoldening.
Yeah.
Yeah. M. Night Shyamalan, if you would like to use this plot, go ahead. I did not know what the fuck I was gonna do, honestly. Because you had zombies and a killing game and haunted maze. And I'm like, okay, so she's in the haunted maze. Great. Thanks for picking the same one. content, bitch. And then I'm like, okay, I'll just make them young. Like first I was gonna do like creepy kids, and then I was like, wait, what if they aged down? But then like you did everything wrong, Rachel. Thanks. Right? Every time I set you up for something, I'm like, oh, I have such a great idea. And then you're like, no, you don't. I'm doing the opposite of what you planned, but not told me. Yeah. So I was thinking like maybe I was going to do a creepy doll or like possession type of shit happening, but then no. And then I'm like, fine, I'll just make the maze enclose you further and further to make leave it and get to my fucking beach. You wouldn't turn around on the beach to look, which I was gonna have something happen. I hadn't figured it out yet. But every time you wouldn't turn around, I was like, but please, because I just want you to see that the maze closed on itself and you can't go back. Right? Like there's no like path anymore. And then when you just like fell down and cried to die again, I was like, you know what? The maze doesn't exist anymore. It's only beach. You son of a beach. You don't get to see what it was. You don't get to see. You lost that privilege when you refused to cooperate with me. I wasn't going to kill you if you looked around. I wasn't going to make you fall until like you got tiny and you couldn't fit in your boots. But you could have taken them off and ran.
Why would I run on the rocks, first of all?
You could have taken your boots off, run into the maze, and aged back up. And then gotten to see what the fuck happened to your friends who were like starting a company with Business Child. Like a 7-year-old company.
We have a company where they're starting with Business Child.
Yeah. Like Business Child was there like doing a Trump impression, like, we're gonna make everybody young again. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. It's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. Like you didn't even want to go back and check on Business Child? Like
no, Business Child is a bitch.
Because you were being a bitch.
Exactly. So he was a bitch.
Business Child was just going to have an existential crisis. And then you made him be a little bitch. Okay?
Exactly. That's what I do, is I make people be little bitches.
By acting like a little bitch first.
By acting like a little bitch.
Yeah. So that was fun.
That was fun. We should do this again.
Yeah. I would also like to do this again, and maybe you won't fuck it up. And by that, I mean you won't fuck up everything I have planned. Like, as soon as I created a plan, and you know me, I don't plan. I just go off the top of my fucking head. And then, like, I'm like, oh, I got this. This would be a great idea. And you're like, nope, not happening. None of that.
None of that. None.
Improvise again.
That's what I do.
I'm very proud of Young. I think I'm going to turn it into a musical.
Do it.
You tried.
I did try to turn it into a musical, yeah.
Yeah, and then you doing the out in the water. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do something here. I can't wait. And you're like, I got out. And I'm like, you fucking asshole. Get back in there.
Are you going to have Jason come out and get me?
I was thinking about it. Not like to come actually get you, but like a little cameo, like Michael got in the asylum thing.
Could have had him drag me down. I would be totally okay with that.
Like, I was gonna make him come out and like do something, because I was like, oh yeah, you're doing the sound perfect. You were a child. Calm the fuck down.
I wasn't a child yet.
Yes, you were. As soon as you touched the water.
I didn't know that I was a child when I touched the water.
Well, I'm telling you. So calm the horny down. Put it away.
Put that thing back where it came from. Or so help me.
Yeah, like you started aging down the minute you entered.
Oh.
You were just still adult for a while. And the further you went in, the more drastic it was until you got to the beach.
Okay.
You got to the beach. Let's make a wave.
Wait, what you gonna say? Gotta drink, bounce all night, get a jump. Anyways. Yeah, that was fun. We should do that again. And hopefully not make it a ridiculously long episode.
Yeah. I like playing Melanie Tortures Rachel.
I like playing. Rachel likes to fuck around with Melanie and
Yeah.
ruin her plans.
Melanie tortures Rachel while Rachel ruins all of Melanie's plans that she made up on the spot and then gets upset because her plan didn't work.
Exactly. Yes, listeners, if you like this type of episode, because we got to wrap this up because we've been going for a very long time. This is going to be a
Mm.
long one. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
listeners, if you like this idea, if you have, let us know. If you have suggestions for the next time we do Melanie versus Rachel, or Rachel fucks up Melanie's plan and Melanie throws a temper tantrum because she's a Taurus, you can let us
Excuse me.
know on Instagram. We're Inconsistent Podcast 1. We have a Facebook page, Inconsistently Consistent. You can also email us. We're inconsistentpodcast1@gmail.com. If you want to follow me, underscore Rachel VA underscore on Instagram and TikTok. Again, send me Ghostface thirst traps on TikTok. Send me my ears thirst traps on TikTok. Send me Jason ones. I won't be mad.
Yeah. And if you want to try to convince Rachel that she needs to survive, contact her. Tell her how. She's too busy lusting after the killers and watching TikToks and singing loudly
Yes.
while being hunted.
Yes.
Ugh. And if you want to follow me, find me at melanieflynnbooks.com. All of my links are there. You can buy my book there. If you like me just, riffing off the top of my head with, my writer brain and my asshole mouth, then you might like my book.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I can do things. It's crazy. Who knew?
I had no idea.
Yeah. Who knew I could write things?
Also, we haven't said this in a while, but rate, review the podcast, share with some friends, get word of
Mm-hmm.
mouth out there, do all the
Yeah.
things that you need to do. And if not, you're going to de-age the next time you
Yeah.
go into the water.
Yeah. It's going to be Young on the beach, but like the musical this time.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like, you can just sing yourself to death like Rachel does.
Exactly. Just sounds like a good way to
Yeah.
go, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Again, Amanda, this is a joke.
Just sing yourself to non-existence.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bye.
Bye.